never seen it in no department. Speed, power, chance, heart, none.
Alright.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Talking big facts, I ain't tell no lies. Real talk like fight fan. Slap a troll with my right hand. Hit the like button, watch the replay. Want all the smoke like EJ. Fuck a troll, what he say. I bomb a nigga like Wilder, boy. Spray the thing, make shower, boy. Tyson Fury, you a coward, boy. Box a nigga like ego. Make you bow your head, take one knee like Kell Brook and Tim Tebow. Since the time that Lester been black and eyes like Debo.
Like Debo?
And I'm a breadwinner like Kevin Gates. Smoke strong, make you levitate. On my evil spins, might meditate. Gon' watch me, you gon' steady hate. But I pimp the game like 7-8.
7-8.
And I'm a big stepper like Money Brown. I don't mess around, I don't fuck around. But I'll fuck around, not wear my crown.
Fuck around, not wear my crown.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again. Trio talk like fight fan. There he go talking that boxing again. This trio talk like fight fan. There he go talking that boxing again. Trio talk like fight fan. There he go talking that boxing again. There he go talking that boxing again. There he go talking that boxing again.
What's up with it? What's good with y'all? What's happening with it? Smooth Groove Boxing up in that super chat. What's happening with it? Appreciate the support, homie. He say, if you support your folks, support your folks. He say, hashtag Dallas, Texas, Oak Cliff in the building. That's what it do, man. Appreciate you, Smooth Groove. John Page, what's happening with it? What's good with it, Batman? He say, y'all late, man. We just we just on black folks time. You know what I'm saying? We on black folks time. Randall Bivens, what's happening with it? What's good with you? And when y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all smash on that like button. You know, hop in the comment section. Let us know that y'all in the building. KG, what's happening with it, KG? What's good with it? Money, Big Stepper.
Man, chilling, fam, taking it easy. First thing I want to do is shout out my brother, Smooth Groove Boxing. I appreciate that my brother came through. All love, all respect. Yes, my brother Batman was going down, Randall Bivens, KG Anderson. Chilling, man, ready to bless these people with his knowledge. You understand me? Hope they having a beautiful Thursday. And let's see how it goes. We did.
Yes, sir. We got Finesse Gambino. What's happening with it? He say he's checking in from DC. That's what it is. EJ J King, what's happening with it? Salute to you, Stan Swoosh. What's
DC
happening?
Boys in this building, huh? The DC boys in here, I see. I give you a couple of them DC niggas, but I ain't giving nobody from Harlem, B.
hey, that's one of my favorite movies, dog. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. That and Dead Presidents. And Dead Presidents. Matter of fact,
Godfather, my shit, dog, all three.
What movie y'all like better? If you had to choose between Paid in Full and Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents for me, bro.
That's a hard one. You know, I got both of them. I got both of them movie posters framed and shit and hung up in my crib.
Dead Presidents, dog.
I'm gonna have to go with Dead Presidents, dog, because that shit was like Dead Presidents. Like you felt that. After, you know what I'm saying? When he threw that chair at the judge at the end,
What the fuck you mean life? All the shit I thought
and then they played that Isaac, that bump.
I ain't gonna lie, like we was sticking in the movie when we was little to see that shit. You know it was rated on. I was a little young. We one day, so I'm getting there. I'm sitting there and shit. Every time we sneak in and watch the movie, look, trying to hide your little face, you don't want to drop a little tear. Like, damn, man, you going to jail for life, man.
Dog,
that shit real.
Yeah. Dead president, I felt that shit. That shit was so real to me. Like, man,
when they killed the sister Key when she died at the bank. Oh man, that shit hurt.
Oh, that shit hurt, man. That shit hurt, dog. Dead president with it, but it was real because that's the shit that actually went down after our people came from Vietnam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
But paid in full, we know that paid in full was real. But dead president hit me a different way.
Yeah, dead president. I actually know niggas that was doing that shit. So, and what's crazy is these couple of niggas that they hit one of them things, they got away with the shit, right?
Right.
But these motherfuckers out here tripping like nigga, they got 8 point something, right? So they left the truck in my hood. You feel me? So I'm just like, now matter of fact, it was 11.1. They got 11.1 and shit, right? So I'm like, damn. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm keep the shit 100. I see the truck in my hood. I'm like, ooh, I know who got this shit. You know, you like, nigga, I'm gonna get a couple dollars. I know, you know what I'm saying? You just think you did it.
Right.
But it was other niggas though. They had their little shit put together and shit. But man, Key, when I tell you, one nigga flying down, like they got the bread. One nigga, bro, this nigga got like 8 cars outside his daddy house. He ain't never had no money in his life, right?
He's doing stupid
one
shit.
One nigga shot to ATL, right? One nigga, his bitch in Walmart. This bitch got bands on bands, still got the scraps on it. Other nigga, he got on high speed chase. This nigga got like 600 bands in the trunk. Like, oh, stupid shit, bro. Like, look that shit up, man. I'm like, these niggas.
Nigga shit. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Instead of going somewhere, sitting down for like a year, you know what I'm saying?
He got 11.1, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of living the same way you were living for like a year, you know what I'm saying? And then moving out the state and then, you know, building up on the hush.
Yeah.
Allegedly, because I'm not trying to teach y'all how to do no type of crimes. Allegedly.
Right, I'm like, nigga, all the shit we've been through, and you telling me these lame ass motherfuckers and hit this truck and got 11.1 and just did the stupidest shit in the world. Man,
that's man.
That's about clean money, got away.
Can't sit the fuck down somewhere.
Yeah, you know? Got caught doing stupid shit, man.
Let me see what we got. We got Randall Bivens said he was arguing with folks about Andrade chasing Canelo. Man, you already know, dog. Todd Swindle in the building from that ATL. What's happening with it, Todd? EJ say he got he got Dead Presidents is the better movie. Stan Schwartz say he got Paid in Full. He said, but he biased on that. Randall Bivens Paid in Full. Finesse and Gambino said he paid in full. Let me see. KG say, laugh my ass off when Lorenz Tate smacked my nigga T. Howard with that pool stick. Man, that shit, I felt that shit, dog. When he got his get back against Terrence Howard, dog.
Huh? Come on, man. I know my main man Cuddy. Yeah, man, he been taking care of her when she cuts off. Why you looking at me like that, though, man? I ain't trying to do nothing, man. So, yeah.
Hey, with Cuddy nigga in the hall with me, suck it, nigga! Suck it, nigga!
You hear me? Like Cuddy.
I would like to hand that feed you, nigga.
I was mad that nigga ain't get his payback on Cuddy ass.
Yeah, man, for real. I wanted him to get Cuddy ass, dog.
Yeah, nigga, Cuddy went no joke though. Cuddy go smoke his head.
Hey, nigga, tell me you didn't feel that shit when he was shaking old girl. She was like, I'm fucking him. That's you over here. I'm fucking him.
Girl, I'll fucking kill you. Other name, I'll kill you.
Kill you, Juanita.
Juanita, yeah. Stay fuck away from me. You hear me? Stay the fuck away from me. I go across the little door. Down, little music came on after that shit. I say, damn, when they touched our souls with that motherfucker.
Man, that
hey, my shit though.
Hey, man.
Shit, I'm getting my check from the government every month. I got this coming in. I'm straight, baby. All I gotta do is sit back and get paid. I was like, that nigga talk, man. How the fuck you get a check? It's all, man. Some shit happened to me when I was over there, man. I'm waking up in cold sweats and shit. Scary.
The reason I like Paid in Full better, not Paid in Full, Dead President better than Paid in Full, because they both like legendary. I mean, it's hard to choose, but the reason I liked Dead President because it was so in depth. Like it didn't really leave you with wondering about like, oh, I need, it didn't leave you with nothing. you knew that was the end of everything. Everybody was dead. Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit was it went from high school to Vietnam to after Vietnam. Like, man, that shit was hard.
Yeah, and you saying the thing, but with Paid in Full with me, right? Like I was saying too many of them damn movies to where I do like Paid in Full, right? I'm not the biggest Paid in Full fan though. Like I ain't the biggest fan. I got my parts in the movie and shit, but sometimes like those kind of movies burn me out. Like when I look, because you watch so many of them kind of movies, don't get me wrong, it's like, yes, I get you. It's a hell of a movie. You feel me? They played the shit out the movie, but it just movies like that shit just it burns me out because I see too many of them motherfuckers. I'm always, I hate the end that has shit be ended and shit, but you know, I liked it though. I liked it like a motherfucker, but it ain't something that I'd be like, oh yeah, fuck that. What they Paid in Full? I finna watch that. I ain't really big on it like that. But Dead Presidents, I'll watch that motherfucker back to back to back.
Man, the thing that really get to me is we don't have movies like we did back then no more. They don't make them like that back then no more. That's like they used to.
Yeah, I'm always want to watch old movies and shit.
You know what I did like? I did like that Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, I like that movie. Yeah,
I like that movie.
Yeah, I dug that one too.
I like that movie a lot. You know what I'm saying? I still didn't get to see that One Night in Miami. You told me it wasn't that good, but I still gotta watch that.
Yeah, it like how they you know they always showing the previews and shit. I thought it was gonna be some, you know what I'm saying, better. But I'm watching it, I'm like, it ain't really moving me like that. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, yeah. But it ain't really moving me like that.
Yeah. Sheena, what's going on with it, Queen? Daryl the Dead President. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Let's so in boxing right now, man. I actually just pulled up. You know, De La Hoya was supposed to return in July? He was supposed to return in July. I just got an article right now that say that Oscar De La Hoya return has been pushed back all the way to September, dog. And then he pushed back all the way to September. He was supposed to return on July the 3rd on Triller. So it's pushed back to September. Now, it's like, let me read this article and say, I'm going to read this article. It says, De La Hoya's return pushed back to September. It says Triller Fight Club has pushed back and reshuffled a few of their planned fights. It says former 6th Division world champion Oscar De La Hoya had previously announced the ring return for July the 3rd. Triller has confirmed that date is off, with De La Hoya ring return being targeted for the month of September. You think they might do that shit, dog, for around the Mexican holiday?
Yeah, you know why? Oscar trying to go there with Canelo. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, Oscar trying to video with Canelo in September.
Video coming soon. Hell yeah.
Hey, it says De La Hoya, 48-year-old CEO of Golden Boy Promotions, has been out in ring since 2008 when he got dominated and stopped by Manny Pacquiao. Let me see anything else they talking about. De La Hoya's opponent, according to Triller, will be announced this summer. And maybe they was having it seemed like to me they was having a hard time finding an opponent because De La Hoya, he's stuck on this shit talking about that he wants a real fighter. He want a real top 10 level boxer. I don't believe that, but it sounds good, dog.
That motherfucking coke get into his head.
Right. It says Evander the Real Deal Holyfield, the only person ever to win the world heavyweight title 4 times, will return to the ring in a 6-round fight with Kevin McBride. It says their fight was initially scheduled to take place on June the 5th as part of a pay-per-view undercard of Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos. Triller moved Lopez Kambosos card to the June 19th. That's on That's June. Damn, that's Juneteenth.
And they're trying to go in the land, if I'm not mistaken.
That's crazy. They didn't move the George Kambosos card to Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just not saying that one?
Yeah, I didn't know that. It says with Holyfield and McBride moved over to a different event being planned for yet to be announced date in August. So that's some news right there because see, now Teofimo Lopez is really gonna have to hold his own with this pay-per-view, dog, because now he doesn't even have Evander Holyfield on the pay-per-view with him, right? So first they thought it was gonna be Holyfield and Mike Tyson. They thought it was gonna be Holyfield and Mike Tyson, so they came out with this. We gonna do easily over 2 million pay-per-view. My son is the star. People gonna see how big, and they was using that because they
2 million.
Yeah, they was using that money because they knew that Holyfield, but they thought they knew that Holyfield and Tyson was gonna be on the undercard, right?
They're trying to take credit for that shit, Keith.
Right, they trying to take the credit for it, right? Which was, it's smart to play your hand in boxing.
My son sold those tickets. My son, nobody came to see Mike Tyson.
Right. It's smart to play your hand in boxing, but if you know, you dig what I'm saying? If you know, you know. So then it was announced that Holyfield will be fighting Kevin McBride on the undercard of Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos. Now, right, with the Holyfield fight, that's still, was going to get some viewerships because Holyfield was going to bring in all of the older fans, like the fans like myself, like you, like some of us on here. The young kids, they don't know who the fuck Holyfield is really, unless they really, really into boxing like that. But Holyfield was going to bring in a different generation, just like Tyson and Roy Jones did. So the pay-per-view card was still going to be good, but now he has to carry his own. Teofimo Lopez has to, they throwing him out in the ocean, right? And let him sink or swim on his own. And it's not turning out like he thought it was going to turn out, right? It's not turning because now you don't have Holyfield nor Mike Tyson on the card, right? And so you're going to really see how big of a star you are because you're going to have to see if you can sell this Kambosos fight, dog. You know what I'm saying? Can you really sell a fight with you fighting George Kambosos? And it's turning out, right? It's turning out to start to look like, and I'm not saying it's backfiring on him, but it's starting to look like all of that shit is backfiring on him, right? It's starting to look like it's backfiring on him, dog. And I'm gonna just go down the list. Triller moving all of their events around, right? Triller doing their last event. The event, people paid for it. People watched it because of what they thought that they were going to get, but they didn't end up getting what they thought that they was going to get on Triller. So, people that watch combat sports, their attention span is real short. So do you think them same people that bought that Jake Paul and Ben Askren fight, do you think they're going to come back and pay for a Triller pay-per-view to watch George Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez? I doubt that. I doubt it. I'm not paying to see Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos. I would have paid to see, I know I would have paid to see Mike Tyson and Holyfield. I know for a fact I would have paid for that.
Don't forget Take on the 26th on pay-per-view as well.
Right. And I ain't even got to that part yet. Right. So I know I would have paid for Tyson and Holyfield. I probably might, because I'm a big Holyfield fan, like I said, I probably would have paid to see Holyfield fight Kevin McBride. Not because I give a damn about seeing him fight Kevin McBride, is because I want to see Holyfield. But now I don't have none of that. And also on that same night, it's on the same night, ain't it, Money? Money.
Yeah, bro, my bad.
Yeah, it's on the same night, right?
Who is that?
The Tank Davis fight.
June 26th.
Tank Davis, he fight on the 26th.
And they on the 19th.
Huh?
Brian on
the 19th. Yeah, so the next weekend, right? So you got so basically you got to choose, right? So because you got Tank Davis fighting on June the 26th, right? This fight is on June 19th, on Juneteenth, right? So now you got to choose what you think people gonna want to see more. Tank Davis move up and weight to fight Mario Barrios on a big ass pay-per-view event, or do you want to see Teofimo Lopez versus Kambosos Jr.? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on Teofimo because I like Teofimo. I fuck with Teofimo. I think he a hell of a fighter. The motherfucker can fight, dog. But I don't believe in him fighting George Kambosos as being a good competitive fighter. I might be wrong, right? So it's just not panning out how they thought they was going to pan out. You dig what I'm saying? So he really got to really be thrown in the middle of the ocean, and he going to sink or swim. So we get to see how big of a star Teofimo Lopez really is. You feel me? June 19th is right around the corner, dog. And then I want to know, what black fighters are you going to have on that card? You putting on this card on our holiday. What black fighters are you gonna have on that card? Plus,
they got a lot of black fighters. They got I had seen the undercard. They got the Fresh Eye Cruz on there. They got two words, but they put some black fighters. I say, look at these motherfuckers. They didn't put the black fighters on there.
Okay. But see, another thing, you on ESPN, right? You got a Nui fighting that same night. ESPN is putting on a hell of a fight card on that same night on Juneteenth.
Yeah.
So you got a Nui fight. So you competing with that. You clashing with ESPN, huh?
Jamal Charlo too.
Jamal Charlo is damn. Jamal fighting on the 19th.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I know he's fighting in Houston. I didn't know that he was fighting on the 19th. So you got a whole lot of shit going on that night, and you know why Bob Arum. You know why Bob Arum did that. You know why Bob Arum did that? I think that if Teofimo getting paid, you dig what I'm saying? He getting paid if they pay him his money, because we know certain fighters have complained about that they still haven't got all of their money from Triller. That's a whole different story in itself. But we know that Teofimo Lopez is getting paid. But I think it might have been a bigger event if he had to stay and let Top Rank put it on, especially on Juneteenth. You got ESPN promoting you now, dog. To me, it would have been a bigger event, but hey, we got to see. You know, it's time for him to sink or swim.
You know what I don't get, though, Keith? They was going on June the 5th. Floyd was going on June the 6th. If y'all was still going before Floyd, why would y'all take it off June the 5th? You see what I'm saying? And I know they got Floyd next on Sunday. It's like, okay, well, maybe people want to hold their money and buy Floyd, or it's still in the same month. It don't matter. Like, y'all should have just, if I was Triller, I would have said, fuck that. We going first. Well, shit, we gonna see what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know, man. Just Floyd scared their ass. We gonna say that Floyd scared their ass.
Because you know, a lot of people, they don't plan ahead. Like, they like, fuck. Oh shit, it's on right now. Fucking, I'm gonna pay for it. And I'll think about next week, or the next week. A lot of people think like that. You know, so, but man, I'm looking forward, you know, to all of the fights. Like I said, I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing what Teofimo Lopez do. But it's a lot of shit on that night, dog. It's a lot of shit going on that night. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you? I hate when they put all of these events on in the same night, because I have one phone in one hand. I have the fight on, you know what I'm saying, the TV. I might have another event on the tablet. And it's like, man, I can't really watch this shit like I want to, you know, because everything going on at the same time. And Knockout Boxing 86 TV, what's happening with it? Make sure that y'all go show love and support Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Man, he already over 500 subs. Get him to 1,000 subs. Make sure that y'all sub. He putting out fire content every day. Wawa 93 2010. What's happening with it? He say De La Hoya versus Khan. Shit, that would be a competitive fight. Hey, J.A. Dixon, what's good with it? Let me see who. Omega Red, what's happening with it, fam? What's good with it, Omega? Ryan Clark, SUP Music, what's happening with it, Ryan? What's good with it? Debo, he say, Debo the guy, he say, it's not T.O. Floyd fights happen the same night. Of course, the viewer's gonna be down. No, they not happening the same night, but you know, Floyd then made him move up off that date. Debo the guy says 2 beats Haney easy. I think he meant T.O. We got to see it. We got to see it, dog. We got to see it. You know what I'm saying? Yvonne Nichols says, if you're a boxing fan, you want to see both. I want to see all of them. It's not about what we want to see, because I want to see all of them, but it's about what you're going to pay for. You feel what I'm saying? Stan Swiss says, it's a pain in the ass when it's only two events at the same when it's only two events at the same time. I think he just means it's a pain in the ass when it's two events coming on at the same time. But Money, what you got on this?
Man, it's gonna be a lot on that day, man. It's gonna be a lot. June the 19th, we see. Overall, just looking at it, it's good for boxing, but it's like you say, y'all putting all this shit on pay-per-view, and we still in the pandemic somewhat. You know what I'm saying? Where the hardcore fans gonna pay that shit, but it depends on the numbers. Motherfuckers charging $75 for each fight. The motherfuckers come about $200 to $300 in that month. Especially you got bills and all that shit. So you got to pick your poison, bro. But the situation with Teofimo is what I always said. I'm feeling the same way you feeling now. We gonna see him hold his own now. We gonna see if he can carry that pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see if them Australian people, because there's a lot of Australian motherfuckers too that's fucking with George Kambosos. We gonna see if they step to the plate for George Kambosos. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like Floyd shit. Like, I'm just gonna keep it real. That shit gonna sell. That shit selling. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you buy it, if you buy it or you don't buy it, it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers to buy that shit. Now you got Tank and Tio going up against each other. Now they go head to head to see who people really want to see. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the real matchup that people want to see. That shit happen at 135, and now I'm getting to see who's the biggest star. With this boy going before Tank at that. With Teofimo on there going before Tank. So we gonna see how that shit play out. You know what I mean? But overall, man, that shit it's kind of weird at the same time, but I just see how it play out. But like I said, if I was chilling, I wouldn't have moved up off the 5th day. The Floyd was going on the 6th. I'd have tried my luck on fucking June the 5th instead of Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? Because if Tank fighting in Atlanta, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I think Tank is fighting in Atlanta, but don't quote me on that.
I looked it up. It said he fighting in Carson,
California,
yeah.
Oh, so he in California. Okay, with Barrios, so I get it. Yeah, so with that situation, I should say, but yeah, man, still with him going the next week, it's gonna be pick your poison. Which one you want to see? Which one do you want to see? Now, Triller ain't that too appealing now. It ain't that too appealing for people to be like, oh, well, this on the card, that on the card. You feel me? Because Tio ain't known like Gervonta Davis, in my opinion. He ain't known like that. So they gonna try to brand that shit and promote it, use the Snoop Dogg name and things of that nature. But with Holyfield, like you say, keep with Holyfield or Tyson there being on the court, it's a different thing. And then like with Jake Paul now, with that Triller shit slamming going up and being successful like it was, you had the big guns on that motherfucker, and people looking at Jake Paul, but when you look at the numbers on social media and shit, they are already rich and paid. So of course they got a big following, so you gotta look at them as big guns. We look at Teofimo, yes, to us, he's a unified champion at the lightweight. You know what I'm saying? He just got his biggest payday of his career. So, but what weight is he really pulling? And that's what's gonna come down to see if people really rocking with Tio like that or not. All these motherfuckers want to try to shit on us. Oh, y'all just haters or this, that. When we the motherfuckers that's gonna be pressing that red button, we gonna see if you motherfuckers press the red button.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's just a tricky situation, man, with this boxing game. But everybody want to be in competition. I think Floyd trying to get that Showtime thrill back to let them know that Showtime's still running shit. That's why he took the Paul brother off Triller and brought his ass to Showtime. You know what I mean? Then you got another Showtime pay-per-view with Gervonta Davis right there. You feel me? So it's gonna be a little hectic on that day, bro. But I'm looking forward to it. But then, like you say, though, Key, when you got free boxing as well, you got ESPN for free, Inouye, a world champion. You got Marcello for free, a world champion. Motherfuckers like, shit, we ain't buying that shit. We gonna watch this free damn boxing, and we'll see that shit on a replay or some shit. Or motherfuckers gonna be streaming or tuning in to somebody that's streaming. You feel me? So it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be very, very tricky, bro. But boxing gonna be on fire that day. I know that. It's gonna be on fire like a motherfucker. But I'm looking at the time schedule as well. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of that shit happening over in the UK. All that shit happening right here in the US. So if them boys start starting up around the same time, that's when shit gonna really be like, God damn. So it's something to think about. It's a yin and a yang with the shit, but we'll just see. And it's kind of mind-boggling too for Triller to push it to Juneteenth, knowing that all those fights are on Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? Because the other fights was already scheduled. I can't say Bob Earn did that to them. They came, Triller came because Inouye date was set, Jamal Charlo date was set. They came and just invaded that date. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be very tricky. It's gonna be very tricky. And if they flop, you gotta blame their ass for moving off the date and being afraid to go heads up because you're going heads up anyway. So shit, they rather pick the lesser poison than the stronger poison to Floyd Money Mayweather. But we'll see.
Yeah, man. And Randall Bivens, he asked me, he said, Key, you paying to see sparring session on Triller? Nah, see, this is the thing, you know. I pay a monthly subscription, right? I'm paying my monthly subscription that I already have, and it ain't to Triller. So I have IPTV cable service that I pay for monthly, and I get all of the pay-per-views. Now, I'm not going out of my way and paying for that Triller shit. So what I do, like if it's a big event, pay-per-view event that I respect, even though I get it already, I pay for it. So when Wilder fight, I buy a couple of them joints. I go to his fights, but if I don't go to the fight, I buy a couple of pay-per-views. When Errol Spence fight, right, I'll buy a couple of pay-per-views. If they put on big events and I respect it, I'm gonna buy it. Even though I got it, that it comes with my service, I'm still gonna pay for it anyway, extra. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna buy it because I respect it. I respect boxing. But when they put on bullshit, I'm not paying for it. I'm gonna just watch it for free. Cassandra Mason, where you been at, Queen? Cassandra Mason in the building.
What's going down, Queen? How you doing, Cassandra?
Cassandra been one of the ones rocking from day one. I think Stan Switch, he talking to us, he talking to Knockout. Yeah, man, but it's a lot of shit going on, man. A lot of shit to look forward to in boxing, dog. A lot of shit to look forward to in boxing. Josh Taylor, man. Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. About a week and a half away? Week and a half away from the Josh Taylor Jose Ramirez fight. Yeah. That fight is gonna be fireworks, dog. And people not really talking about that fight like that. It's the two best fighters at 140 pounds, right? Or the three best. Me personally, I think that Regis Prograis can beat Ramirez, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we got the two best fighters, right? At 140 pounds. Undisputed for 140. Both of them are talking about they moving up to the next weight division, right? To fight Terrence Crawford. Whoever wins is going to move up to fight T-Bud, right? The loser talking about he moving up anyway. This is a hell of a fight, dog. This is a hell of a fight. You telling me you got Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor for Undisputed and ain't nobody talking about it like that? Come on, bro. And Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor, you got Josh Taylor coming out and he talking shit. He's saying that that he 100% believes that Josh Taylor is going to be there to be knocked out, right? He 100% believes that Josh Taylor is right there, going to be right there in front of him to get knocked out. And I believe that Josh Taylor is going to put it on Jose Ramirez. I like Jose Ramirez, man. I got a chance to meet Jose Ramirez, hang out with him for a little bit, and cool dude, man. Jose Ramirez is cool as hell, down to earth. Nothing bad to say about the dude. He's a solid dude. But what I've seen out of both of them, I gotta pick Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor is the better boxer. He moves well. I've seen Jose Ramirez have problems with boxers that can move and fight, you know. But we've seen Jose Ramirez come in there and dominate fighters that we didn't think he was going to dominate like that. So I don't know, dog. I just got Josh Taylor. So I've always been picking Josh Taylor in this fight, and I'm going to stick with my guns. I would like to know who everybody in the chat got. before I give it to Money, I would like to know who everybody in the chat is picking. Are you picking Jose Ramirez or Josh Taylor in this fight? Is Josh Taylor saying that he gonna knock out Jose Ramirez? Daniel Prophet, what's happening with it, homie? He says, y'all saw blood, sweat, and tears. Which one? Because I know they had a couple of them. Mike Rhymes says, I want Josh Taylor fight to be delayed because that's all Bud is waiting for, those small guys to move up. He says they strip him if he ducks Earl. Yeah, but that's top ranked business. You know what I'm saying? That's top ranked business right there. Everything boxing was Sylvester 2011. What's happening with it? He said he got Josh beating Ramirez and unifying the division. That's undisputed, dog. That's for undisputed. Yeah. Knockout Boxing 86 says putting us on the spot. I plead the fifth right now. Got to do some more studying. And you can bet you better believe that Knockout 86 TV is gonna be coming with that prediction video. So everybody, you know what I'm saying, be looking out for Knockout 86 TV prediction video on that Taylor versus Ramirez fight. And we got my man Curtis Anderson, the boxing god, in the building. What's happening with it, Kurt? Kurt say Taylor. He says, I don't like Ramirez defense. And I agree with you 150%, Kurt. Let me see. Stan Swish say he said he got Taylor because Ramirez lacked defense. Yep. Sheena say that she got Tank versus. She said I got Tank versus Barrios on my calendar for May the 26th, but that's on a Wednesday, which doesn't make sense. Am I mistaken? Yeah, nah. Tank and Barrios is fighting on June the 26th. Yeah. Sheena, they fighting on June the 26th, not May the 26th.
Shayna gonna be in front of the TV. I don't see anything. It's the 26th.
It's on a Wednesday. Shayna said this joint on a Wednesday. What?
So weird, awkward.
Daniel the Prophet says the one that came out today, 2 days ago with Taylor versus Ramirez. J.A. Dixon says Taylor by unanimous decision. Leon Robinson, what's happening with it? He says salute Kings. Nothing sitting in the UK is better for boxing, in my opinion. And we're going to get into that. We're going to cook on that. Lil Flex Lewis says, new subscriber, shout out from NYC. Respect your channel. Oh, man, we appreciate the support. All the way from NYC. Leon Robinson say, I want Ramirez to win, but I'm not sure Taylor don't take this one. Yeah, man, and I'm kind of conflicted, right? I'm kind of conflicted money on this because I always picked Ramirez to win this fight. I mean, Josh Taylor to win this fight. From the very beginning, they've been talking about this fight for a long time. You know what I'm saying? They've been talking about this fight for over a year now. You dig what I'm saying? I've always thought that Taylor would beat Ramirez. I like Josh Taylor because I don't really, not so much because of his personality. I just like him because he's a hell of a fighter to me. Like he made me like him. Like I said, I'm the type of person, if I'm on that fence about you and I'm like, I don't know, then I don't believe the hype, right? I'm the type of person, you got to make me like you. And he made me like him when he beat Regis Prograis because I didn't think that he could beat Regis Prograis. You dig what I'm saying? So he showed me like, dude is the real deal. Now, I also like Ramirez because I got to meet Ramirez and he a hell of a cool dude, down to earth, you know, good conversation, all of that. Like Ramirez, I fuck with Ramirez, you know, he a good dude, but I like both fighters. But I think that Josh Taylor is going to beat him. So I don't have no problem with who wins this fight. But, you know, with that being said, before I pass it to you, Money, right? The winner is going up to 147 to face Bud Crawford. I think that a Bud Crawford fight with Josh Taylor is a much more interesting fight than Bud Crawford fighting Ramirez. Ramirez don't have no defense, and I think that Bud will pick off Ramirez easily. I think that Josh Taylor is a much more competitive fight for Bud Crawford. Now, I don't think that Josh Taylor can beat Bud, but it's a much more competitive fight. And we haven't got to see Bud Crawford with any in the ring with somebody that can bring all of the skill set with the skill set that Josh Taylor brings to the table. He can move, he can box, he's slick. You know what I'm saying? He got punching power. We haven't seen Bud in there with nobody like that in a long, long time. So I like that fight better for Bud, if that's what he gonna do. You dig what I'm saying? But let me let you cook on that, Money.
Yeah, man, hell of a fight. I mean, for all the marbles, undisputed, I always pick Josh Taylor over Ramirez. I picked Josh Taylor to win a tournament over Regis Prograis, and I'm picking him to beat Ramirez because of the same reason. He can make the better adjustments. You feel me? And I think he's a better fighter. One thing about people don't know about, like I watched Josh Taylor whole run, this whole reign. The dude is a decorated amateur, man. People don't pay attention to that.
Josh, hey, go ahead and cook for me. And I'm gonna take this phone call, Money.
I got you. Okay, he's a very decorated amateur. You know what I'm saying? So when you're looking at him, he is more to him than what you just see. But you know, going out there beating Regis Prograis, you know, that proved a lot, man. That proved a lot because Regis is a fucking dog, and they dogged it out. Don't get me wrong, Regis was nailing his ass. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't no easy fight, no easy fight at all. But he make the better adjustments. And he better defensive sounded than Jose Ramirez. We seen Maurice Hooker cracking Jose Ramirez ass. You know what I'm saying? Maurice Hooker. And I like Mo. I like Mighty Mo. But Josh Taylor is a way better fighter than Maurice Hooker. That's what I'm saying? Way better fighter. And he's a fucking warrior, bro. He's a warrior. Go look at how he fought with the swollen eye, fucked up swollen eye. Right, then back down, continue to fight. So it shows you the heart that he has. But it's gonna be one hell of a fight because of the style that Ramirez brings. But that's the only style that he fight. Like he don't have no defense. His defense is his offense, so he got to keep the gas on. Credit, he do got Robert Garcia in his corner, and whenever you got Robert Garcia in your corner, you know that do give you an extra little ump. I like Robert Garcia as a trainer. I like him as a trainer. He's one hell of a trainer. But it's nothing that to me, there's nothing that Ramirez can do to adjust to what Josh Taylor gonna bring, but it's something that Josh Taylor can do to adjust to what Ramirez is gonna bring. You know what I'm saying? So I just like Josh Taylor all around, bro. I just think he's a hell of a fighter. You know, said some bullshit back in the days over in the UK to some Asian people before. So he ain't no saint. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no saint. What's going down, coach? How you feeling? Uppercut box, what's going down, Kurt? You know, he ain't no saint, but the man, once he get into that goddamn ring, that boy's a goddamn warrior, bro. He's a warrior. You know what I'm saying? I say he got that William Wallace blood in him. You know what I mean? For y'all who know who William Wallace is, you feel me? The boy got the William Wallace blood. So he ain't backing down. You know what I'm saying? He's not backing down. But it's gonna be one hell of a fight. It's gonna be one hell of a fight. It's gonna take for Jose Ramirez to be able to be smart at times, right? To not let Josh Taylor keep the fight in the middle of the ring because he a pressure fight. He'd like to come forward. So he's going to have to try to rough him up and force his ass to fight and not let him use his boxing skills, because if he let him use his boxing skills, I think Josh Taylor make it easier for himself if he uses boxing skills. But we all know Josh Taylor like to mix it up. He like to mix it up. So what Ramirez got to do, right, is he got to be ready to throw X amount of punches around and force Josh Taylor ass to fight and to try to fight his fight. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't force him to fight your fight, then it's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a problem. But I think Josh Taylor is going to be ready for whatever Ramirez brings. If you're going to look at Ramirez, you're going to see him fight only one way. You know what I'm saying? That's coming forward. It ain't no him making adjustments, him trying to box and do none of that shit. He's coming forward. You know what I'm saying? He's coming forward. And he's going to try to knock you the fuck out. And he going to have a shot. He going to have a shot. But I just think when it comes down to them championship rounds, right? Them championship rounds, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think that boy Josh Taylor, he's going to make the better adjustments in the fight. He's going to have Ramirez as thinking. And listen, if Ramirez coming out and he just come with that style of fight, Josh Taylor can put him out. Josh Taylor can put him out, bro. Not with just the one-punch knockout, but over accumulation of punishment and end up stopping his ass. I can see it. I can see it because, like I say, looking at the Maurice Hooker fight, bro, before he knocked out Maurice Hooker, I thought Maurice Hooker was winning the fight, to be honest with you. I thought he was winning, or it was just on the scorecards. But to see Maurice Hooker do that to you, and like I say, knowing Josh Taylor is a better fighter, you know what I'm saying? Knowing he's a better fighter, then I just got to say, call it how I see it. Call it how I see it. I see Ramirez coming in that thing trying to just be over aggressive. I think he's gonna be over aggressive. He's going to be over aggressive. It's gonna be for all the marbles on the big stage. And you know, and I ain't gonna blame him for leaving it all in the ring because that's what you're supposed to do. But I think his aggression is gonna get him in trouble. You know, his aggression is gonna get him in trouble. I don't think he can make the proper adjustments to beat Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor is a hell of a fighter. He's a smart fighter, right? Because when we look at it, Victor Poster was a hell of a boxer, and look what Josh Taylor did to him. Regis Prograis was a hell of a fighter, and look what Josh Taylor did to him. You know what I'm saying? And the boy got hurt, man. Like I say, I'll pay attention to your amateur background, right? Not saying that everybody that got a good amateur background gonna be a hell of a professional fighter. But Josh Taylor is a very decorated amateur, bro. And that shit translated right on over to the pros, and he became champion in X amount of fights. You know what I'm saying? It didn't take him 20 to 30 fights to become a world champion. You know? So looking at Josh, he's coming, bro. He's coming. He got confidence. Now, I don't want to just make it like I'm just bigging up Josh Taylor and just Ramirez don't have a shot, because he do have a shot. You know what I mean? We've seen Josh Taylor ass swell up. His skin is very thin. You know what I'm saying? His skin is very thin. So if Ramirez can land the right punches on the right spots, you feel me? He can end up breaking something, end up swelling something. You know what I mean? And that shit plays a part in the fight. That shit plays a big part in the fight. So it's gonna be very interesting, bro. It's gonna be very, very interesting. And I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, the game plan that Robert Garcia put together for somebody like Josh Taylor. But I don't really know if he could. You know what I mean? And I want y'all to pay attention to this. This dude beat Victor Poster, who had one loss to Terrence Crawford, Ryan Morton, who was undefeated, Ivan Barenchi, who was undefeated, Regis Prograis, who was undefeated, Kaza Song, who was undefeated. Now he's going up against Jose Ramirez, who was undefeated. And I heard motherfuckers had the nerve to say Josh Taylor is not on their pound for pound list. People had the nerve to say Josh Taylor is not on their pound for pound. And I know pound for pound is made up. You can put whomever on your list you want to. But if we going off fucking great fucking fighters with great performances, bro, and this dude beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going on his 6th, right? He beat 4 undefeated fighters in a row, but one fighter with just one fucking loss, right? He finna fight 5 undefeated fighters in a row. And these ain't no push-off. These are top motherfuckers, bro. These are top people. You know what I mean? You ain't got them on your pound for pound list. I don't even want to talk boxing with you.
Yeah, man. And I'm glad you brought that up, because remember, I talked about my top 5 pound for pound, right, the other day. And remember, I stopped at 4. I stopped at number 4 because I'm like, man, I don't know who to put at number 5. And Josh Taylor, that's a very, very good argument that he's up there on the top on the pound for pound list, because look what he did, dog. Look what he did. He he went through a tournament, right? We ain't picking and choosing who we fight. We ain't skipping around, guys. We fighting the best of the best, just like Andre Ward did. I'm in the tournament, and he beat everybody in the tournament, dog. And then he beat Regis Prograis too. And now he finna go fight Ramirez. If he beats Ramirez and become undisputed, to me, him becoming undisputed at 140 was, to me, is way bigger than when Terrence Crawford became. And I'm not shitting on Terrence Crawford, but to me, it's way bigger than what Terrence Crawford did when he became undisputed, because the competition that Josh Taylor had to face compared to the competition that Terrence Crawford had to face, you can't compare them. You can't compare them. So to me, if Josh Taylor goes and beats Jose Ramirez, you got to put him very high up there on the pound for pound list. You got to put him very high on the pound for pound list. He got to be in the top 5. To me, he got to be in the top 5 because, right? I fuck with Teofimo. He a hell of a fighter. But if you look at what Teofimo did, right? He fought one big name fighter, you know what I'm saying, and got boosted. You mean to tell me Josh Taylor then went through everybody in the tournament plus Regis Prograis, and now Jose Ramirez, and he ain't top 5 pound for pound, undisputed? Nah. And I'm glad you brought that up because that's a great point you brought up, Money. He got to be high up there. High up there. Him and Jermell Charlo, him and Jermell Charlo, dog, as far as what they doing in they weight divisions, they right there with each other. And I had Jermell, and I think I said I had Jermell Charlo number 3 or 4 on my list.
Yes, sir. Very interesting, bro. Very interesting. Some shit you can't take away from him. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's gonna be one hell of a fight. It's gonna be one hell of a fight. We go enjoy. It is the best versus the best. It's gonna be fan friendly, right? They just not promoting that shit like they supposed to. You know what I mean? Right. They just not promoting shit like we talking about undisputed here, bro. 2 weeks away, that shit should be being promoted like a motherfucker, dog. But we ain't getting shit on it. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta blame Bob Aaron for that bullshit.
And I hope I'm gonna be able to watch it because I'm gonna be at a family reunion, right? Out in Cali, and man, they got money. Remember when you was talking about that? I'm like, we'll probably have free. Man, they got a list of events. Man, they got club and all type of shit. They got every day is packed. So I don't even know how I'm gonna watch it, man. I'm gonna be. I don't know, man. I'm gonna find out a bit.
You got to shut out. If you don't, you got to shut everything down and just come home and watch that bitch like it just started.
Yeah. Yep, because I can't. I'm gonna have to shut YouTube down because as soon as I pick up YouTube, Blue Blood gonna be in. You know he got a video out. When 147, man, 2-time weight division champion. Like damn, he already spoiled the fight. No, but it's gonna be a million videos out there. You dig what I'm saying? Coach in the building. What's happening with it, Coach? The trolls, Mr. Shelton off in the building. What's good? John Kramer off in the building. Uppercuts Boxing Nation. What's good with you? And make sure that y'all go over to Facebook and make sure that y'all click on that button and subscribe to Uppercuts Boxing Nation. But yeah, man, that's a hell of a fight, dog. Bumpy Thompson, what's happening with it? Hell of a fight, dog. Hell of a fight. But I just don't, just like you were saying, Money, I don't see nothing that Jose Ramirez can do to really beat Josh Taylor. To me, Josh Taylor is better than Jose Ramirez in pretty much every area. You know, you can argue who got the, you know what I'm saying, who got the more devastating punching power. But other than that, Josh Taylor he's faster. He got the better footwork. He got the better defense. He's slicker. And Josh Taylor's strong, dog. We seen in the Regis Prograis fight, he's strong. You can't bully him. You know what I'm saying? You can't push him back like that. So, yeah, man, this is a hell of a fight. If you really look at all of the fights that we got coming up that's already scheduled, that we know that's scheduled, to me, this is probably the best fight. What fight that's on the schedule that we got already coming up do you think is better than this fight, Money, if any?
I like Jamel Castano. I think that's very competitive.
Is it scheduled yet, though?
Yeah, Jamel Castano, they ain't going in July. Is it? Undisputed, hell yeah, they in July.
I love that fight. Let me see if it's scheduled.
But I mean, when you talk about the schedule, Negro, in July.
I believe you.
But
I believe you. I didn't know that though. I didn't know.
When we talk about undisputed, like that's the pinnacle.
Yep. So July 17th.
Yeah, I can't say that I can find like too many fights that's gonna be better than undisputed. The only one you can match with it is undisputed. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So other than that, I'm with you. I feel like that's one of the when you talking about, but it's the pinnacle of the sport. You know what I'm saying that when you talking about one face, one name, one champion, like Wilder say, shit, it's some good matchups out there. But I think that's top dog shit right there. That's like the creme de la creme. You know what I'm saying? So it gets no bigger than that. So I got to put him and Jamel. I put them neck to neck. I put them 1A, 1B. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see nothing else bigger than them. I'm with you.
Right. Definitely, most definitely.
I mean, you know how people go. We can say superstar wise. Okay, if Wilder was to get Fury in the ring, that'd be big dog shit. But we stand for us to the fucking accolades and the creme de la creme of boxing, being one face, one name, one champion, I gotta say Mel and Castano, Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez, and both of them motherfuckers go fight. Well,
Right,
four
both
of them
of them
motherfuckers go
gonna
fight.
fight. Yeah. And CJ, he say, but Jermell fight will not be that good. Jermell is too good for Castano. See, that's what you don't understand. Is a lot of people, just because you're not too familiar with Castano, Castano's a hell of a fighter. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. Jermell, I'm telling you right now, mark my word. And whoever want to put money on, well, we can't put no money on because I got Jermell winning the fight. But mark my word, I'm trying to tell you, that is going to be a tough fight for Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is not going to beat Brian Castano easily. This might be the toughest fight for Jermell and Jermell Charlo's whole career. This could easily be Jermell Charlo's toughest fight. This going to be a tough fight. Money, do you think? I mean, what you feel about the Castano and Jermell Charlo fight?
The same way, like I say, people gotta look at Castano and give him his fucking credit. He beat Laura. He went and beat.
Yeah, they gave Laura a draw.
Mm-hmm. His pressure, man, he ain't no pushover, bro. He beat Earl in the amateurs.
And he active now.
Yeah, so and he got what? And he a fucking Argentina, bro. Them motherfuckers are tough. You gonna have to put them motherfuckers down to stop them from coming. Them motherfuckers are tough, bro.
He's active now, and that's my biggest thing, Money, is we haven't seen Brian Castano active in a long time. You feel me?
He's gonna be more competitive than the Jesse Rosario fight.
Oh man, way more competitive. You gotta understand he's active now. So usually we see Brian Castano and he fighting every 1.5 years. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker active now. And so Brian Castano is going to be the toughest fight of Jermell Charlo's career. I think, I think he's going to be.
Right now it's Tony Harrison. We'll see if he can outdo Tony.
Yeah, well, that's what I was finna say. I was finna say, I think he might even be tougher than the first Tony Harrison fight and the second one. Well, Tony Harrison was giving Jermell Charlo a lot of problems in that second fight. But yeah, I think he's not gonna walk through him, dog. He's not gonna walk through him. And like my man J.A. Dixon said, man, that Rosario and Lubin fight. I forgot about that fight, man. That's a hell of a fight. Man, we got some solid, even though that these big names ain't fighting each other, we got some solid fights coming up, man. We got some solid fights coming up in boxing this summer that I'm looking forward to. A lot. And my man Knockout, and then we're gonna move on and talk about this Tyson Fury, Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua stuff. Knockout Boxing 86, he say Castano going to cause problems if he can get inside on Charlo. His footwork and athleticism is a problem. Real talk. CJ says Jermell he says Jermell is a complete fighter, bro. It won't be an easy fight, but he has grown from his defeat. His craft is much more smoother. He has gotten better. But all I'm saying is Brian Castano, he on that level, dog. Brian Castano is on that level. You better go check him out. Cassandra Mason, the queen, she say Loma versus Nakatani. Yeah, that's locked in. I think they fighting in, is it June or July, Money?
Possibly, damn, I think it's June. I know it's locked in, though. I forgot the date.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of fights coming up, dog. Quiet as kept, we got a lot of fights coming up this summer, dog. This summer finna be lit for boxing. I ain't gonna lie. It's just a shame. June 26th. Oh, damn. He say that Nakatani fight is on the same day as the Nakatani Loma fight is on the same day as Tank Davis.
I gotta be certain to see that. I don't know.
Damn, dog. Kurt Anderson say Charlo knocking Castano out. And he might knock out Castano. I'm not saying
how many can't be competitive to the knockout.
But I'm saying that it's gonna be a very tough competitive fight up until then. So if he knock him out, he knock him out. But it is gonna be a very tough competitive fight up until that point. Castano ain't nobody to play with like that. That's crazy, man. We got so much of shit. And shout out to my man, World Combat Sports in the building. What's up with it, World Combat? My man, Scotty. Y'all make sure.
Scott.
If y'all haven't subscribed to World Combat Sports, make sure that y'all go support and go subscribe to World Combat Sports. He in the field, man. He getting these interviews. He covering these, you know what I'm saying? He covering all of the, from the small to the big fights. You know, go subscribe to World Combat. And he covering bare knuckle boxing and UFC. He got that shit all covered. Yeah, Nakatani Lomachenko on June the 26th. That's a man. We got a lot. It's a lot, man. We got a lot. We got a lot to look forward to. But money. So the question that I asked myself first. This is a question that I asked myself, right? What is the better fight for boxing, right? Down the line, overall, which fight is better for boxing? The trilogy between Fury and the trilogy between Fury and Deontay Wilder, or Fury and Anthony Joshua for undisputed. Which fight is the better fight for boxing, right? Which fight is the better fight for boxing, right? And I had to really think about that because I'm saying, well, we ain't had undisputed in a long, long time. But Deontay Wilder, right, is the one that dug the heavyweight division out of the grave, right? Deontay Wilder is the one who brought excitement to the heavyweight division, right? Before Deontay Wilder, nobody was giving a fuck about seeing the Klitschko's. They had all the belts over there. You know what I'm saying? They took the belts away from the U.S. And when they took the belts away from the U.S., boxing in the heavyweight division, it went down the drain, right? So I have to say that the best fight right now for the heavyweight division, the best fight right now for boxing overall, because as the heavyweight division moves up, boxing moves up, right? Now, the best fight overall, even though undisputed, Fury and Anthony Joshua is going to be undisputed, right? If they fight, right? But Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder's trilogy is a bigger fight because once, right? And I'm going to tell you why I'm saying this, because if Wilder can get that belt back, right? If Wilder can get that belt back, right here in America, everybody's paying attention once again to the heavyweight division. If Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fight, that's cool for the UK, but the UK is a very small market. The UK is a very small market. And if Tyson Fury beats Anthony Joshua, right? What happens after that? Tyson Fury might go on a fucking cocaine hiatus again. We don't know. Tyson Fury might go on a cocaine hiatus, right? They have to strip him of the belts. And then you got, right? Then you got Usyk having the title. You might have Usyk having the title. You might have Anthony Joshua get another title. Now you got the same problem that we had when the Klitschko's had the belt, right? Now they holding the belt hostages, right? And all you seeing is UK fighters fighting UK. That's all you seeing is UK fighters versus all of the UK fighters because they holding everything hostage. And then what happens is, right, the American fight fans, the heavyweight division, period, it goes downhill because nobody is giving a fuck about the heavyweight division. Y'all got to look back and look at where the heavyweight division was before Deontay Wilder dug that shit up out the grave. Right? Before Deontay Wilder dug it up out the grave and started bringing excitement, right? So the best fight for boxing right now is Tyson Fury versus Wilder. It is. In the best scenario to happen, the best scenario for boxing, I'm just talking about what's good for boxing. The best scenario, right, for the popularity of boxing, for the heavyweight division to continue to boom, the best scenario is for Deontay Wilder to gain his belt back. Because if Deontay Wilder gains his belt back, then, right, we could see Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. If they can make that fight happen, the U.S., right, the biggest fighter in heavyweight division in the U.S. against the biggest fighter in Britain, right, the biggest fighter in the U.K. That's beyond a mega fight. That's beyond a mega fight. And I hear everybody talking about the UK. That's a small market. If they get them belts over in the UK or Usyk or somebody, you know what I'm saying, they got to split all them belts up. That shit gonna be real bad for boxing. Deontay Wilder holds all the cards. He's the most exciting fighter in the heavyweight division. Deontay Wilder is the most exciting fighter in all of the heavyweight division, right? And when Deontay Wilder is champion and when he has the belt in his hand, he holds all the cards to make the best, most exciting fights. And everybody gonna be paying attention to it. Everybody, and I'm not talking about I'm talking about the whole world. They get them belts and hold it hostage. Yeah, that's going to be cool for the UK, but that's a small market. And I'm going to get through some of these comments, and now I'm going to go ahead and pass it to you. Bumpy Thompson says, Wilder versus Fury. Let me see. Bumpy Thompson says, the UK holds belts hostage. Yeah. Leon Robinson says, Wilder versus AJ is still bigger than AJ versus Fury, undisputed or not. Real talk. Cassandra Mason says, in my opinion, Wilder versus Fury 3 is better fight, although most people would probably say AJ versus Fury. Yeah, they'll say that right off the bat until you really get to thinking about what's going to happen to the heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? Once them belts get over there in the UK. They not going to, if them belts get over there in the UK, man, they not finna fight Wilder or nobody in the US if they can get around it. You're gonna see cats like Philip Hargrove and Daniel Dubois and fucking the Juggernaut and all of them dudes. They can pass it around, right? They can you see what Anthony Joshua do. You see what Anthony Joshua did when you know what I'm saying, him having a belt, who he was fighting. New Media Today, USA Boxing says, I wouldn't mind seeing the trilogy match because of all the excuses and accusations from the second Wilder versus Fury fight. The fight will be bigger in the U.S. He says Joshua versus Fury is bigger globally. Joshua versus Fury is not bigger globally. It really ain't. That's bigger in the UK. That's not bigger globally. Because if you got, I'm telling y'all, once this Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder trilogy fight gets made, it ain't nothing that's going to be bigger than that fight. I don't care about them undisputed, them belts. Nothing is going to be bigger than the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder trilogy. With all of the fucking controversy surrounding that fight, nothing in boxing is going to be bigger than that fight. Everybody's eyes, from the UK to Ireland to the US to Africa to Dubai, everybody's eyes is going to be locked in on that fight. Leon Robinson says having them belts in the UK is bad. There's no heart over there. Let me see. Uppercuts Boxing Nation says the whole time Fury versus Joshua try to promote their fight, the talk will be about the trilogy. Real talk. Leon Robinson says Vitaly retiring was the best thing that could have happened to that. Yeah, it was the best thing that could have happened at the time. KG says internationally, most would probably say Fury versus Joshua, but the one everyone will really pay attention to is Wilder and Fury because of everything that's happened since the last fight. Yeah, that's real talk. J.A. Dixon says, just off principle, Wilder needs to get that rematch. Otherwise, it set the stage for fighters to hold out to avoid honoring their rematch clause. Yeah, and that's real shit, something that you said, right? If they let Fury off without having to honor him, right, the rematch, it's going to set the stage, right? Well, we ain't got to do it because you didn't make Fury do it. You know what I'm saying? That's going to set the stage for everybody else. They got that shit in contract. Well, why we got to do it? They can bring that shit up in court, arbitration, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, look, back in 2021, you know what I'm saying? Fury and Wilder, they was contracted to fight. and the judge let them off. He didn't have to do it. Why should we got to do it? You know? Let me see. Let me see what else. Galvatron, what's happening with it? Sheena, say facts. Knockout Boxing 86 TV says, look, bro, it's simple. If you have any integrity and you truly love boxing, you will want Wilder versus Fury 3. If you want to force our boxers to keep their word, then what does that say about our fans? Real talk, man. Real talk. But you know, most of these dudes ain't got no integrity, dog. They don't even know how to spell that shit. CJ says, bro, as a Wilder fan, I disagree. I would want him to get a couple of tune-up fights before Fury fight. Too risky to go against Fury. Wilder needs to go to get a couple knockouts again and get moral up. CJ, right? Do you actually believe that if Wilder went and did a couple of tune-up fights, that Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury would ever give him a fight? Come on, bro. You got to think about that. World Combat said Wilder versus Fury has every drama, suspense, has everything. Drama, suspense, pure vengeance to settle the score. Right. He says fans want damn, I lost it. Where is it at? Okay, he says fans want to see it more than others. He says fan want to see it more than others. Yeah, nah, ain't nobody need no. And why does and why would Deontay Wilder need a tune up versus Tyson Fury? They both been out of the ring the same amount of time. They both had well over a year to, you know, better their craft. Whatever Deontay Wilder needs to work on, he's had more than enough time to work on that. Same thing for Fury. They both been, it ain't like Fury been active and he been fighting and now Wilder been sitting on the shelf. Nah, that's not the case. They both been out the same time. It's no better time to have that trilogy match than right now. Next. World Combat Sports says, were they calling for Joshua to have a tune-up after quitting versus Ruiz? Stop the BS. Real talk. We're nobody calling for Anthony Joshua to have no tune-up after he got knocked out by Ruiz. Keep the same energy with Wilder. Wilder's straight. He's straight, dog. Now, Money. Go ahead and cook him, Money.
Yeah, man. It's a that they got a answer in for arbitration that Blue said they might have before either Monday or before Monday. So we about to get our answer about the arbitration shit. So I guess they come to an end. But with that being said, I'm happy. Scotty said what he said too, Scotty, about that tune up for Joshua. Was they even calling for undisputed, Scotty? You feel me? Was they even trying to say, oh yeah, we want to see undisputed between Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder? Nope. The motherfuckers wanted to see Anthony Joshua get another chance to get his titles back. See what I'm saying? But undisputed supposed to be so important now. It's so important. You know what I mean? That now that it's Joshua and Fury, oh man, it's the biggest undisputed fight. We haven't seen it so-and-so. Oh, Wilder already got knocked out. We already know it's gonna happen. But when Anthony Joshua get knocked out, you know what I'm saying? It's the double standard. I fuck with Joshua. But the thing is this, people love drama, man. And Fury and Wilder got some of every goddamn thing. Just think about the Fury and Wilder press conferences, bro. Think about the words that's gonna be exchanged. Think about the animosity and the build-up, just all the I think you did this to me or that to me, or you a fucking liar, and this, just all that shit in one, bro. All that shit is gonna translate to dollars. It's gonna translate to eyeballs. It's gonna translate, bro. Did you see the press conference? Did you see that shit? Nigga, they was fit almost fight like, nigga, that shit gonna be fireworks. Y'all mute, Key.
People will buy the press conference. If they had to pay to see that press conference, people will pay to see that shit. Make everybody pay $25 to see the press conference. I guarantee you that shit is, man, everybody are paid to see that press conference. And then think about the tour. Think about the tour. They could do what Mayweather and Conor McGregor did, right? They could sell press tour tickets They could sell tickets to the press tour. People gonna buy them tickets. That shit gonna sell out.
Think about the questions that's gonna be asked, bro. I'm talking about, man, you got Sugar here. I mean, it's gonna be so much shit, bro. It's gonna be so much shit in just a press conference before we even get to the fight. You know what I'm saying? So, and that shit gonna be worldwide. So people saying, oh, Joshua and Fury, you know, they the bigger fight worldwide. I beg to differ. Just the biggest fight in the UK. You know what I'm saying? Now, the people who's putting the money up for the fight, of course they're gonna want the fight where they at because they putting the event up so they can make their motherfucking money back. But when we talking about fucking Wilder and Fury, bro, just take this in consideration. I want y'all to listen to this. Mayweather said some real shit. Canelo put 73,000 asses in the seats in the Cowboy Stadium, right? Floyd put 16 to 17,000 asses in the seats in Vegas. And the numbers weren't even close when we talking about ticket sales. Floyd sold $72 million in fucking tickets with just 16 to 17,000 motherfuckers. Think of the prices you can sell the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury tickets in the fucking trilogy, bro. Think how many people want to be in the building for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at that fight, bro, to me, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer, bro. Popularity-wise, you want to say, oh, they know Joshua more than the UK and Fury? Yeah, that's in the UK. That's in the UK. But when you got America versus UK, it's nothing bigger. Unless you got America, Mexico versus Puerto Rico, and it's the biggest stars. Or you got Mexico versus America, and it's the biggest stars. But we're talking about the UK versus America, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit is gonna ring bells in itself. In itself. And then we're talking about the trilogy of a fucking one of the most anticipated fights that motherfuckers want to see happen, while people act like they don't want to see it. Oh, I don't want to see Fury versus Wilder again, this, that, and all that. But as soon as the press conference start up, them motherfuckers gonna be glued to their seats and can't wait for that fight to go down. Because all the questions gonna be answered that we want to know. All the questions are going to be answered that we want to know, bro. You know what I mean? And either on one side or the other, somebody gonna be pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna be pissed off on one side or the other. Now, this is not for me to knock on fucking Fury and Joshua because it's a big fucking fight, big money fight, big fucking money fight. You know what I mean? And I gotta give Joshua this credit too. I heard Keith say, you know, Wilder brought the heavyweight division back. Anthony Joshua helped do that shit as well. And I gotta give it to him. He helped bring that shit back. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me clear myself. I meant for, you know, over here in America. Yeah, but you right. He did.
Yeah, so when I'm looking at them dudes, I want it like the fight for me, just to me, and I'm with Key. I think the fight is Joshua Wilder for undisputed. That should have been the fight in the first place before they fucked it up trying to make more money. The motherfucking Hearns, Barry Hearn already stitched on his damn self. Right? That was the fight. No, and I still think it's the fight. No, but at the end of the day, I just think right now with everything that goes into Wilder and Fury, bro, you know, I just think that shit is just, it's a no-brainer to me, bro. It's a no-brainer. The drama in that shit, everything in that fight is just gonna be, it's gonna be off the scale, bro. Like we're gonna be making videos off that shit for until the fight come up. 3 months, we're gonna be having so much shit to talk about with that fight because of the sound bites and the back and forth that's gonna be happening in that fight, bro. It's gonna be so much shit attached, and the fans are just gonna go crazy at one another, right? That shit gonna be crazy in itself. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at the AJ and the Fury fight, America's not gonna be clamoring for that shit like that. And I just gonna keep it real. You know, us hardcore boxing heads, we gonna watch the shit because it's undisputed, a big time fight. But you're not gonna have press conferences and sound bites over here in America that's going crazy over Joshua Fury. It ain't gonna happen. But Fury Wilder, that shit gonna be going crazy in America, the UK, Mexico, even in them fucking Arab countries. You feel me? So I think it's Wilder Fury. You know what I'm saying? Not knocking on AJ and Fury. That's still a big ass fight. But like he say, once they get them titles over in that bitch, what do? Not gonna have American heavyweights flying over to the UK like that. You know what I mean? They always gonna be thinking something fishy in the water and shit. Now, don't get me wrong, it's gonna be a big ass bag if you face Anthony Joshua for undisputed over there. But you know, motherfuckers gonna feel like they're not getting the first shake. That's just how, that's the truth of the matter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So right now, man, I want that Fury, Wilder Fury trilogy, and then we move on from there. At least we get all the questions answered that we need to get answered, bro. So I'm waiting on the arbitration decision to see who won that shit and how that shit go. So everybody be looking out for either Monday coming up or even by tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So We will see. But it's for me, Key. It's Wilder Fury, and I think it's a no brainer, bro.
Me too. Me too. And man, we got Son of Peter in the building. In that super chat. Salute to you, brother. He says Wilder versus Fury is big. Oh man, damn. I lost it. Okay. He said Wilder versus Fury is bigger than Bud versus Spence. The build up will be as good as the fight. And you know what? That is an argument. That's an argument I can't disagree with you. I can't say that I disagree with you, my dude, because it possibly could be bigger than Spence versus Bud because of everything that's surrounding it and the build up and then the tension that it'll be. I don't think that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, as far as the characters, they don't have the characters that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder do to make that fight like that. Like now, everybody from a competitive standpoint want to see Bud and Spence, but everything else surrounding Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, that shit gonna be different, man. And then they both have, they have all that charisma and character to them that's gonna sell the fight even more. You know what I'm saying? And then Deontay Wilder won a body on his record for real now. Like, he not gonna have no mercy. He wants to go in there and he don't care if he kills Tyson Fury. Real talk. I'm just keeping it 100 because he feels that Tyson Fury didn't give a damn about his life. He feels that Tyson Fury didn't care about him going home to his kids when he did what he did. So that shit gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence and Bud Crawford, that shit is real because just from a competitive standpoint of who is the best fighter, right? Who is the best fighter? But this Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder shit, it's on a whole different level.
Yeah, that bad
whole
blood,
different level.
that bad blood shit always a bigger thing.
Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad blood. You got every professional fighter is gonna be one to see this. You didn't heard what everybody had they take on these allegations. What's going on? Everybody has their take on if they on Wilder's side, if they on Fury's side, what they believe happened, what they believe didn't happen. Everybody got something to say about this. You feel me? So I might agree with you. Right now, I do agree with you. Because like I said, dog, if they put Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder in that new Las Vegas stadium, right? If they can do that, if they can pull that off and get that in Las Vegas in the new stadium, nobody has never done that before. That's a story in itself. To have a big mega event in the Las Vegas stadium, ain't nobody never did that before, right? Because now you can damn near charge the same prices that you do in the small MGM, and you're gonna shatter all attendance records ever. I'm telling you, they're gonna shatter it. Floyd Mayweather's attendance records, not the attendance records. They obviously gonna shatter the attendance records in the US, but they're also gonna shatter the gate records, the live gate records. They're gonna shatter it, dog, because you're gonna be able to sit, you in Vegas, right? Fights in Vegas, you never see no fights in Vegas in a stadium that hold 120 plus, right? We know how much, a lot of people don't. World Combat know how much the ticket prices are in Vegas when it's a big fight. Them ticket prices is outrageous, but people still gonna pay to see it. They gonna pack that fucking stadium. That's why I'm saying, yeah, it is a bigger fight for right now. It is a bigger fight. And then why I'm saying Wilder is the scenario that Wilder beats Fury is the best scenario for boxing is because then if Wilder can make a fight with AJ after beating Tyson Fury, it's no fight in boxing that comes close to AJ and Wilder fight in America. Have that fight over here in America for undisputed. It's no fight that comes close to it. It's no fight that comes close to it. What you think about that, Money?
Yep, I've been saying that at first. That was the biggest fight in boxing, period. I don't think it's gonna happen in America. I don't think AJ gonna bring his ass over and fight. You know what I'm saying? They gonna continue to want that shit to happen in the UK. But even if it happened in the UK, it's still the biggest fight in boxing. But I'm with you with them tickets and that's what I said. Mayweather was 17,000, 16,000 motherfuckers sold $72 million in tickets. Just in tickets. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Fucking crazy, bro. And yeah, Scotty, I'm buying at $49.99. I gotta support Floyd. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm buying the bitch.
I'm not gonna buy that. Well, who all on gonna be on the card? You dig what I'm saying? Like
Chad Ocho, they got Chad Ochocinco.
Chad Ochocinco gonna be on the card for real? Yeah. No, he ain't.
I swear on my life, bro.
Who he fighting?
I forgot though, but he on the card.
Oh, that shit lit. I'm fucking with Chad. That's my guy.
Which areas fight Jared Hurt?
I might pay for it, dog. It's not a shit pay-per-view. I might pay for it. I don't know.
I'm gonna think on that bitch, man.
I gotta think about it. Idel Perez, what's good? Votes UK, what's happening with it? Randall Bivens says, when was the last time there's a trilogy in the heavyweight division? Shit, the last one I can think of is Holyfield and Riddick Bowe. Stay ready, boxing TV. What's good with it? Stay ready. Make sure that y'all go subscribe to my man Mac. Make sure that y'all go to YouTube and subscribe to Stay Ready Boxing TV. Man, he putting it down over there on Stay Ready Boxing TV. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready.
Hell yeah. Back is going down, big bro. Hell yeah, Batman, you can't cheat this time, bro. That's a fact.
Idel Perez says, I believe the Texas crowd for boxing is special. It's hard to compete, even Las Vegas. But see, this is the thing, right? Las Vegas people want to say, I was in Vegas. It's different because then people, you're going to get all the stars to fly out to Las Vegas. People just want to be there. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers that fly out to the fights in Las Vegas that don't even know shit about boxing. It's an event. It's a star-studded event. You know how these rich stars do? It's an event, so they want the camera to be on them. You know what I'm saying? That's a time for them to go out and show out there, you know what I'm saying? They outfits and whatever. It's different in Vegas because it's an event. All the stars come out. So therefore they hike up the prices of the tickets. And it's different, man. I like myself as a fan. I much rather pick Dallas. The atmosphere is much better as a fan-friendly atmosphere in Dallas. But in Vegas, it's an event. What's good with it, Batman? I think you already read that one. Batman says Tyson cheated. He can't get away with no BS this time. And then that's another thing, Batman. Everybody's eyes, whether you admit it or not, everybody's eyes is going to be focused on Tyson Fury, right? Everybody going to be focused on Tyson Fury. Everybody, whether you believe he did it or you did it or you don't, everybody going to be watching it. Oh yeah, Jared Hurd on the Jared Hurd is on that on the card with Mayweather. Jared Hurd and Luis Arias. You say send a link. Yeah, I got you. Stay ready. I'm gonna drop the link right now. Awesome. I dropped it in the chat, so just go ahead and grab it in the chat. That link for Stay Ready. Lori Reed. I hope you're feeling better, Lori. Everybody go to Loyalty Promotions and Boxing on YouTube, right? And support Lori Reed. Support Lori's group on not on YouTube, my bad, on Facebook. Loyalty Promotion and Boxing on Facebook. Subscribe to Loyalty. Am I saying it right?
Loyalty Promotion and Boxing, yeah.
Yeah. Go subscribe to Loyalty Promotion and Boxing.
Drop the link.
Huh?
I told her to drop the link.
Yeah, drop your link, Lori, so everybody can go on Facebook and subscribe to Loyalty Promotion and Boxing. Great group. She got a whole lot of fighters in there. And y'all go check her out. Go support. Randall Bivens said he just hope AJ can't pay attention to Fury. Well, we're gonna find out who Tyson Fury will be fighting this week or next week for sure. Because the arbitration hearing is gonna be what Blue Blood say? It's gonna be Friday or beginning of next week. We'll know what's going on. We'll know a final decision in the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury hearing either tomorrow coming up, or we'll know by the end of by the beginning of next week. Yeah, I sent stay. I mean, I'm all ready for waiting. Stay ready, you know. Okay, there he is. Jaleel Hackett pro debut is gonna be on that card too. Shit, man, what's good with it? Stay ready.
What's up with it, family? I had to jump on. It's been a while since I cooked with my brothers, man.
Yes, sir. You already know, man.
Yeah. What y'all got cooking? What y'all got cooking? Man? What's going down, money? What's up with it, little bro? I see you got your live back.
No, I ain't got my live back.
Well, KT got his back.
I've been on here. We've been on here cooking every day.
No, I thought they had blocked you for a second.
No, they blocked me on Facebook.
Oh.
So I can't even get on Facebook, dog. They blocked me on Facebook, so I'm off of Facebook for the next month.
Damn, that's messed
up. So they blocked me on Facebook. But
I'm over eating a poor man sandwich, hungry as a mom.
As far as what we cooking on, stay ready. We cooking on basically the question was what is the better fight for boxing? Overall, for the heavy, everybody know, right? When the heavyweight division is popping, boxing is lit, right? So, what is the best fight overall for boxing? Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder trilogy, or undisputed for with AJ and Fury?
I'm gonna be honest with you, because I know if Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight again, it's gonna happen in America, and more people know who Deontay Wilder is. Don't nobody in America know who Anthony Joshua is like that. They know him, but they don't know him. So if you get that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight right here in America again, I think it'll draw in the crowd for America. It'll get Americans back into boxing. And then you're looking at the Anthony Joshua. I think because it don't matter which one of them fight Anthony Joshua. I think the crowd is gonna be the same. But I think they have a bigger draw with them fighting each other. Specifically off the first one and what happened off the second one. And then if Deontay Wilder come back and he destroys him, it's so much that can be built off of that trilogy alone.
Yeah, and then imagine if Deontay Wilder go and beat Tyson Fury, right?
That's trilogy. What I'm talking about.
And then they make a fucking AJ and Deontay Wilder fight. A Wilder AJ name,
and the storyline
bigger than that.
The storyline already built. AJ been ducking Wilder since the jump. And then AJ messed up. This is where AJ messed up. AJ messed up and said after Deontay Wilder lost, he said even if Deontay Wilder fight Fury and get his belt back, he don't think he'll fight him.
You don't think Wilder fight him?
No, he said he wouldn't fight Wilder.
Oh yeah, but that motherfucker saying with that knockout feel like he understands that Wilder. He know that Wilder power real.
But my thing is, why AJ keep putting it and feeding it to the people? He's not going to fight Deontay Wilder. You're fucking over yourself and the sport of boxing, ducking.
Eddie Hearn gonna make his ass fight Wilder. That ain't what he want. If he don't leave Eddie Hearn, ain't no way Eddie Hearn letting that money go. Or ain't no way Bob Hearn letting that money go.
We talking about Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn knows if he loses
that fight, not Bob Hearn. Eddie Hearn gonna make that shit happen, bro.
No, he not. Eddie Hearn gonna lose too much money. He lose AJ.
He understands. He understands.
Both of y'all got a point though.
Anthony Joshua has to lose to anybody now. He lost to Andy Ruiz. So I'm trying to tell you, bro, they understand it. And then when we're looking at the situation, I think Joshua's contract coming to an end as well. So, man, I'm telling you, that motherfuckers money hungry, bro. They know what that Wilder and Joshua money do. I don't give a fuck if he lose or win. Ain't nobody else in boxing gonna bring that type of money for Anthony Joshua like Deontay Wilder bring. And Joshua makes some good ass money. But we talking about trying to make a record breaking number. Yeah, they want to put their name in history.
And I'm telling you, Deontay Wilder do that. And to be honest with you, what do y'all think? And it's just my question to y'all. You know, the middleweight division was a cash division at one time. It's a glamour division, just like heavyweight, just like welterweight. If all three divisions is popping, then that the sport of boxing is what it is. But the problem with middleweight division that these guys ain't fighting each other. If we could get Charlo, Triple G, Demetrius Andrade, Triple G, Charlo, Demetrius Andrade fight, that could damn near spark a fuse up under the middleweight division and bring it back to light. Do y'all think that would help the sport of boxing? And which fight do you think is the better fight to help spark that middleweight division back there?
Andrade Charlo. Hands down. Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo. The fight is ready and hot for both of them right now. And Andrade say he gonna press Charlo post-fight conference. So I'm gonna be looking forward to that. I'm gonna be looking forward to that. But that's the fight right
He
there,
gonna do it too. He
Yeah,
gonna
that's
do
the
it.
fight.
If they let him in there, he gonna do it.
That's the fight.
I need him to be aggressive and not kind either.
That's the fight, bro.
His
His
aura is not aggressive. That's not the type of person he is, though. Mac.
I know.
He's not an aggressive dude like that.
Stop worrying about fucking Canelo and Triple G.
Everybody
and worry about each other because y'all niggas can make good money with each other, bro. They just get in there and fight each other.
Facts. That's why I asked y'all about the middleweight division. Fuck the Canelo in 168. Make 160 great again.
Yeah. And somebody's gonna be unified champ too, man. Just think about that. When you become unified champion, it's a different type of level that people looking at you then. And after that, if Force want a Triple G over Raw ass to want to fight you. You know what I'm saying? If Force that niggas to have to fight you.
And when Triple G ain't gonna fight him still.
The Triple G, this is a disgrace to the sport.
Triple G don't fight black fighters.
How long that Triple G has had that belt and he just holding that shit hostage, dog. He don't have to fight nobody. He gets to do what the fuck he wants to do.
And it's the IBF time. And you know the problem with the IBF is that it ain't no black, it ain't nobody black up there to contest Triple G. Deverenchenko, he getting his 1 year, you know what I'm saying? He fighting his mandatory because Deverenchenko was his mandatory. But who's the mandatory now?
To me, Triple G is that motherfucker is a cancer to the sport, dog. He a cancer to the division. He just sit there, he fight bombs. He like that, man. I don't even like talking about that dude. That motherfucker get me pissed off every time I think about it. Get that belt away from Triple G because he won't fight nobody. This fool is talking about he's sitting out until December to fight Murata.
Hell, to be honest with you, y'all know Abel Sanchez shut down Big Bear.
He did?
Yeah, I got this from somebody that fucks with Abel. He shut down Big Bear. He no longer has it over. He retired. He done with the sport. He out.
Who did? Abel Sanchez?
Yeah, Abel Sanchez.
Damn.
No bullshit. I think Coach Nick told me. You know, Coach Nick fuck with Arthur Spilker. Matter of fact, he called Arthur Spilker. Y'all know I interviewed Coach. He FaceTimed Arthur Spilker Saturday while we was together. And Arthur Spilker was training with Abel. Yeah, they shut it. He the ones told me they shut it down. It was Arthur.
Damn. So ain't no more Big Bear. You know David Benavidez just got done training in Big Bear for his last fight.
Yeah, ain't no more Big Bear.
Damn, dog. That's gonna hurt a lot of fighters, especially fighters like David Benavidez that was looking forward to going up there, staying disciplined and getting in the best shape of his life.
Yeah, that's what them Eastern Europeans go to. Like that's they choice of place to go train it. They feel like that shit almost like home a little bit.
Yeah. Sergey Kovalev.
Yeah.
Big Bear.
Triple G. I'm gonna check on
Triple G. That motherfucker, he can.
But that's Abel Sanchez shit.
Yeah,
but Triple G, he wasn't training with he wasn't training up there no more anyway. Because remember, he got with
Abel Sanchez. I'm just saying that was his choice of place.
Yeah, back when he was with Abel Sanchez, yeah. Okay, Coach say there's more than one gym in Big Bear though.
Yeah, it is more than one gym in Big Bear, but the main one that everybody go to is Abel Sanchez's gym. That's every time you see somebody training at a gym, that's Abel Sanchez gym 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, right.
Even when Tyson Fury went out there, they was at Abel Sanchez gym.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm done with it. I'm not gonna keep keeping these lights on, and I ain't making no money.
That gym is legendary, dog. You got to think Terry Norris, all of them.
I mean, Shane Mosley. I mean, so many people just go to Big Bear, but like Coach said, it's more than one gym. So I think people still figure out to get up there because of the altitude and shit. So they might have to.
Somebody might fuck around and buy his location and just reopen it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Something gonna happen though, but Big Bear, it's still gonna be one of them top dogs. They gonna find a way.
It's too much money to be made out that bitch.
Right. Man, I'm gonna have to go down. I'm gonna have to go down to the NO, man, and check out Coach's gym and shit, man.
Man, Coach told me about the gym, man. Coach, they got pool table, basketball courts, all types. I said, nigga, there ain't no gym. That's a hangout. Shit.
When I go to NO, you better believe I'm pulling up, Coach. I've been wanting to go to the NO anyway.
Well, you ain't been?
Huh?
You ain't been?
Not like that. Nah, I went years and years ago in a baseball tournament. Other than that, nah.
Oh man, that's
this was like
New Orleans. That's like one of my favorite cities, dog.
I think that was like shit 99 or 2000.
Damn, you went Capitol Beach time. Shit, had some. Never mind.
Yeah, so my sister and them, they went to Mardi Gras and they was telling me, man, they was like, you got to go. So yeah, man, I gotta go though. That's what I'm saying. That's the spot. I gotta go. And when I go, I'm pulling up on Coach.
Shit, Coach, let me know. I'll pull up too, because I gotta come down there and fuck with my boy Jeremy Hill anyway. You know what I'm saying? Jeremy been trying to get me to come out there, so I'm gonna come out there and fuck with Jeremy. I know he got some fights coming up. And matter of fact,
Coach been knowing Jeremy since a kid.
Yeah, that's Jeremy, my boy. Hell, we playing chess right now, to be honest with you. I got an interview with Regis coming up when he get back from LA too.
Just so everybody can know. I'm want to know against Mac and chess.
Yeah, money whoop my ass. I give him that. I'm gonna throw him in that. Yeah, I'm there. So yeah. Ask Jeremy what I've been doing to him in chess, dog.
Man, Batman, he say fuck. Batman, 3 words for you. Fuck Abel Sanchez. Period. Yeah. Hey man, for real. I feel you on that, Batman.
I don't fuck with Abel Sanchez either.
I don't fuck with that clown ass dude. Yes, sir. Coach say, come on down. You already know, Coach.
But my thing is, I don't fuck with Abel. But when you in this boxing community and you deal with these people, you gonna hear I hear everything. Because I fuck with coaches like on a regular basis and fighters all the time that fucks with Abel. Like they don't see Abel how we see Abel. They don't see fighters how we see fighters. We see fighters in a different way. Most of the time, a lot of these fighters see them as idols, or they idolize them, or they see the stuff that they did for other fighters coming up and how they got other fighters on. So same thing with coaches. It's things that you can learn from other coaches, and they look at things they do that they learn that they learn watching Abel. Even though Abel don't know how to teach defense, you know what I'm saying? He got a lot of fighters on.
Yeah.
And Coach Matt got an interview there too.
Sir Abbo say, I look like I can rope. He say, what position did I play? Oh, I played center field and shortstop. Yep, that was my position. Center field and shortstop. I go get that bitch.
That nigga go the dugout. Don't let him not tell you.
Yeah, Coach Zero. Ask him about
center field. I go get that bitch.
Oh, you play center field?
Yeah.
I was shortstop and center field.
Yeah, me too. I played shortstop and center field, but I played more center field.
I played more. When I got older, I played more center field.
See, when I got older, then when I started playing the men's softball leagues and shit, I would switch, back and forth between center field and shortstop. But I always like to go get that bitch.
See,
I had Wills.
See, when I got older, I quit playing baseball in high school, but when I was young and I was a shortstop, they kept trying me a pitcher because I could throw that bitch from the outfield all the way to home plate, and they kept trying to put me a pitcher. I couldn't control that bitch like the white boy.
Right. Hey man,
I
one thing I could never do is I remember they tried to put me back there catcher one. I was like, man, hell no, catching this shit. Hey,
they put my little brother that picture. They put my little brother that picture. Well, they was sending his shit out the park. I say, Negro, go back to football. They put that nigga in a picture. I say, nigga, you not throw any other pitch? He's like, hell no, I'm just throwing that motherfucker trying to get a strike. Boy, they knock it out the park every pitch. I say, boy, go back to football. Your ass is not
in Little League, dog, you know how you played against a lot of people from your area and shit. And my homeboy Big John, like we was the Marlins, they was the White Sox. Man, they were beating us 2-0, my nigga. No bullshit. That team was beating us 2-0. They put my homeboy Big John up there to pinch. Nigga, we went 18 straight runs. They took his ass out. Hey, they took his ass out. Into the game 18-2. I fuck with him to this day about it. I'm like, nigga, that was our undefeated season and y'all was our only threat. How you fucked that up?
Man,
I still got trophies from that shit.
And you see how like when we was coming up, like the blacks played baseball. Now no black kids play baseball. And I watched the documentary right on HBO. This was probably like 2 years ago, right? And I think I was telling Money about this. I forgot who I was telling. I watched the documentary, and the documentary was about how they basically colluded to take baseball out of the inner city and stuff away from the black kids so they could take the sport back. So when you see black players in MLB now, they look black, but they be Latinos, you know, they be from Cuba or fucking Venezuela and all of that. You know, you don't have no American black kids playing baseball now. It's very little. You don't really see it like when we was growing up.
Facts.
And the thing is they don't have nobody that they can look at and relate to in baseball. Like you ask a black kid about baseball, they gonna look at you funny like baseball. I
still watch baseball because I love baseball. You still got the Hayward brothers over there.
Yeah, I don't watch it no more. You know, I'm related to Torrey Hunter. You know what I'm saying? My dad raised him when he was little and shit. So,
well, you know, I guess down here in Houston, baseball is big. It's a big sport. It always has been. Astros, even when we was losing, man, you can go. Yeah. We used to go to Astros game. You could pay $8 and $12 and get third row base seats. You know what I'm saying? Now them seats ain't that much no more. But this was just before the World Series. We was buying cheap. You paid $36 at an Astro game. You could sit right there on home plate, right there on first base. You know, I'm right there at the field. Not no nosebleed seats. So it wasn't nothing for us to go to a game.
Now we still do got kids to play baseball, black kids to play baseball, but it ain't nothing like it was when we was coming up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like it was. They took it out of the inner cities and stuff like that. And the thing is that they did that on purpose. And now black kids that's coming up, they don't really have nobody when they turn on baseball. They don't have nobody they can relate to. You know what I'm saying? We had cats we could relate to. I could turn on the TV and see motherfucking Terry Pendleton and David Justice and fucking
don't forget
Ozzie Smith.
Don't forget
let me tell you, I go to the Cardinals game, nigga. I seen Ozzie Smith, Brian Jordan, Ray Life. I'm talking about, bro. We were so black. Like we were so black, bro. Do y'all know? And I fuck with Tony La Russa because he's a fucking baseball mind. He's a baseball genius. He got us 2 rings with my eyes to see. But man, that motherfucker turned the whole team white, bro. Like nigga, we'd be happy to have one black motherfucker, but everything else will have a few Dominicans. You don't relate with them motherfuckers like a black, but nigga, he turned. I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking. We saying, man, that shit was so black. That shit turned to all white. This ain't no racist shit. It's just the fact of the matter. Man, he turned that motherfucker all the way white. Like, nigga, it wasn't nothing black in that motherfucker. You'll be happy to see one black motherfucker. And you better hope he talk like you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that shit crazy.
Yeah, Leon Robinson. What y'all know about the crime dog? What y'all know about the crime dog Fred McGriff?
Scruff McGriff. Oh, thought you
Scruff
were going to say Scruff
Chicago, Illinois,
Y'all talking about Fred
602.
McGriff.
I remember that shit too.
Scruff
McGruff.
Chicago, Illinois.
He used to sing that Scruff McGruff.
Hey, what you know? Hey, what y'all know about when Ken Griffey nigga dug it? When Ken Griffey went back in center field, nigga dug his cleats in the wall and caught that bitch and broke his wrist at the same time.
That was my. I wanted to be Ken Griffey. That's why I played baseball.
Listen, I love center field like you, Keith, and I told you that, Keith. I don't think it's a better center fielder than motherfucking Jim Edmonds, though, boy. The way that motherfucker stick his cleats in there and snatch them, man. Listen, Jim Edmonds is a bad motherfucker. Bro,
y'all don't know about Otis Nixon. Otis Nixon was that old looking motherfucker was bad. Oh man.
But man, that motherfucker. Oh, but I'm talking about. I got to
go get that bitch.
I got to see this on my own. I'm talking about, man, this motherfucker Jim Edmonds, dog.
Jim Edmonds was hard. I fucked with Jim Edmonds was cold though.
Fixing that motherfucker, dog.
But see,
damn. But I ain't see Otis Nixon.
Otis Nixon didn't get that much of, you know what I'm saying, fanfare because he wasn't no power hitter or nothing. But that you wasn't getting shit past Otis Nixon. And you talking about that motherfucker could flat out fly. And he looked like if you go look at Otis Nixon, even way back then, Otis Nixon looked like he was about 62 years old.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love Gary Sheffield too. Jay Dixon.
Ricky Henderson.
Ricky Henderson is one of my favorite players of all time.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Ain't nobody. I was just gonna say it. Ain't nobody stealing bases like Ricky Henderson. But I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. My coach, the day I quit baseball was because my coach wanted me to. He made me steal bases the whole practice, literally, the entire practice, because I wouldn't steal a base in a game, because I knew I was gonna get out. He wouldn't make me steal a base in the game. So
you couldn't keep me from stealing no base. If when I get on first base, that's the first thing I'm stealing. I don't give a fuck.
But you gotta hold on.
No, I'm going.
So look, I'm a home run hitter, bro. I'm your hitter. I hit a triple this day, and I'm on third base, and they kept trying to get me to steal home, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not stealing home. Now, second, third, I don't mind. I'm not stealing home. And it was a reason for it, but I wasn't stealing home.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story. So I forgot. I think it was probably like you know how they got like the different leagues and shit as you grow in age.
Yeah.
So I think I probably like, man.
They start off with T-ball
7. I was probably like 8, maybe 8, right? And I moved up because at first you got the coach's pitch, right? You got T-ball, then you got the coach's pitch, and then you got where you in the game where the kids is pitching. So when you move up, you know what I'm saying, to where the kids is pitching and everything, you can steal the bases, because coach's pitches you can't steal base, you can't do none of that. You still learning, right? So I move up to the next league. And, I'm watching Otis Nixon, Prime Time, all of them stealing bases. So I'm like, man, I want to steal home. I had seen Deion Sanders steal home back when he was playing with the Yankees. So I want to steal home off a pitch. And, so I get on third base. Man, I go to steal home. That motherfucking pitch got there way before I did. They like, we told you not to. Hey, man, the coach was pissed off. I'll never forget that. I tried to steal home off a pitch.
And see, look, at the same time, what you said, that's what happened to me. I'm stealing bases, and I wouldn't steal base. I wouldn't steal home. So the whole practice, coach just got me stealing bases. And at the end of the practice, I'm getting my bag and stuff, getting ready to go home. This motherfucker said, where you going? You got 18 poles to run. I said, I got how many? 18 poles to run. I said, today my last day. I went out there to run that first pole. And I ran that bitch, and I looked. I said, I went back, grabbed my bag, and walked straight off that field. I ain't play baseball no more. If y'all don't know what a pole is, that's from right field to left field and back. That's one pole. After I've been running and stealing bases all motherfucking practice.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
ain't no motherfucking professional baseball player.
Yeah, we don't run this motherfucking much. I hit. I'm your home run hitter, my nigga. Like
Right.
for real.
Nigga, I'm Prince Field out here. Nigga, you don't tell Prince Field to stand no damn base.
Hey, Andrew Mason said, they say we forgot about Darryl Strawberry, man. Darryl Strawberry is my guy.
We ain't forget about Darryl Strawberry.
We had so much swag.
I put money on it. Darryl was high out there.
Oh man, Darryl was always high out there. But dog, we had so much of swag in baseball. Getting to watch baseball growing up, we had so much of swag. I can't really get into baseball like that now because it's like, man, I don't know. I can't relate to it like that.
I still love baseball. I still watch that shit.
I can't relate. I'll watch it. I'll watch it when the you know what I'm saying, when October come around, I'll watch it.
Yeah, October baseball, but man, I still love the game, bro.
That's the best time. But shit, I was watching my Astros whoop their ass last night.
Hey, my Clark say when Sammy Sosa was black.
Right. I watched in 2004, literally, bro. I watched every fucking game. Every game, bro. Every game. I didn't miss not one game in 2004, bro. I watched 100 plus games of the Cardinals in 2004, bro. The entire season, made it to the motherfucking World Series and lost to Boston, bro. Lost to Boston. We were so deep that fucking.
That was Boston first World Series.
No, hell no. Boston?
Since that's the year they broke the curse, ain't it?
No, they broke that on the Yankees. The curse they had broke on the Yankees.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, the World Series curse, not
the
Yankee curse, the one that they did when they beat the Yankees.
Curse.
Yeah, they broke the Bambino curse.
They broke that with the Yankees. They came back. They was down 3-1. The motherfuckers was down 3-1 to the Yankees. They came back and won 3 straight, bro. And then came and won a goddamn World Series against us.
That's why don't nobody ever look at Big Papi about his steroid uses. Don't nobody say nothing about that. They talk about Mark McGuire, Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds. Don't nobody mention Big Papi.
They sure don't.
Oh, no, Big Papi, big dog status, man.
Yeah,
hey, man, we was talking about center fielders a little bit ago. Man, why y'all ain't mention Andrew Jones, a young Andrew Jones, before he got big?
Andrew Jones is a motherfucker.
Andrew Jones was a motherfucker before he got big, dog. You wouldn't get nothing past Andrew Jones.
Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones. Hey.
Chipper Jones was my guy.
Yeah,
but you know,
hey, before him,
that was when I was a Braves fan.
But Terry Pendleton was a motherfucker too before him. Nigga, before Chipper Jones, Terry Pendleton was a motherfucker.
Nigga, who had a better curveball than Greg Maddux though?
Oh man, wasn't nobody fucking with Greg Maddux.
I'm gonna tell you though, not just good, but man, he had a short career, bro. But this motherfucker, he pitched for the Colorado Rockies, man. Hernando Albanez, bro. Abardo Jimenez. I think it's.
I don't remember him.
I'm trying to.
I hated him, and I hated that motherfucker Roy Oswalt, bro. That motherfucker Roy Oswalt had a curveball. Man, I hated that motherfucker. Roy Oswalt had a man. Go look at Roy Oswalt and go look at Abardo Jimenez when he was with Colorado. But Roy Oswalt, I hated that motherfucker, bro. That motherfucker was a monster, though. But hey, Greg
Roger Roy Oswalt.
Remember that dude Wild Thing for Philly?
Wow, man. Yeah.
Wild Thing, what was his name? Wild Thing, Mitch, what the fuck was his name? John Smokes, yeah, Leon Robinson. John Smokes, John my
Smokes.
God.
I fuck with John Smokes.
Tommy Glavine, John Smokes, Greg Matt, man. The Braves had the best pitching.
Nigga, that was my favorite.
Hey,
I was a Braves fan.
Eric Gagne, bro. Y'all don't know about Eric Gagne. Got caught on steroids. He pitched for the Dodgers, bro. This motherfucker come out the bullpen. This motherfucker come out with goggles on. This motherfucker built like a bull. This motherfucker, you know how they jog to the mound? Yeah, one them on steroids. That motherfucker break to the mound. That motherfucker, who just run like, nigga, what the fuck is you running so fast?
Y'all remember, what was them two brothers that was pitchers with the Jerry curls, dog? They had Jerry curls like in the early 90s and the late 80s. The pitchers, they was brothers. Damn, dog.
You have to tell me about that.
They was Dominican though.
You talking about the I do know, bro. Damn, what is their name? Y'all, we just said Dominican, bro. I swear on my life, bro. Watch this.
Man, remember, and they had the Jerry curls back in the day, dog.
Damn.
No, not the Martinez brothers. They was was it Pedro Martinez? Was it?
Pedro. I don't know.
You know, I'm thinking about the Grammatical brothers for football. I'm thinking.
No, I'm talking about dog.
No, I'm talking about what I'm thinking about. I'm tripping. I'm thinking about the Grammatical brothers in football.
When did Pedro have a Jerry curl?
Nah, Pedro had a Jerry curl though. Pedro Martinez, hell yeah, he had a Jerry curl.
I'm gonna pull up the picture right now because I remember
Pedro
they
Martinez for Boston. Yeah,
I remember Pedro Martinez from Boston. I just don't remember that Jerry
curl. Yeah, had a Jerry curl. Pedro still got his Jerry curl, bro. You gotta go look at it. Well, he probably combed that shit out now.
Yeah, Pedro Martinez. Yeah, he had a Jerry curl, dog.
Yeah,
remember in the 80s, remember he used to have that blue glove all the time.
Yeah,
man, and he had
no,
dripping.
He ain't had no brother though. He ain't had no brother.
He didn't have no brother.
No.
But I remember it. Remember he had that Jerry curl in the 80s, and he used to. I remember because he had that blue glove.
Yeah,
man, that shit. Down. He had that juicy Jerry curl, man. His shit.
Let me through the Dodgers.
My nigga say he had that Jacob.
Remember Pedro got the old coach by the head and threw his ass and started to ride in LA.
Yep. You see, and I remember it was back when he was, man, who did he play with back in the day? Boston, it was when he was with LA, the Dodgers, right? Because I remember him, right? Because I had a monitor, right? In middle school, I had a monitor, man, and she had a Jerry curl, dog, and her shit used to be funky. Dog, I'm talking about you smelled her coming around the corner. Dog, you could smell her coming around that corner. You knew when she was coming. And I used to be calling her Pedro Martinez all the time and running and shit. Hey, she couldn't stand me. Dog, she couldn't stand me. I'd be like, here come Pedro Martinez again. Come around the corner. You could smell her Jerry curl. I'm talking about when she was coming, you knew she was coming because you could smell her shit. Her shit was loud. Pedro played with the Indians in his prime.
He played for the Boston in his prime.
Yeah, he played for Boston, and I remember when I first started watching him is when he was playing with the Dodgers. Yeah, Ramon Martinez. I know what I'm talking about. Talking about he ain't had no brother. I knew he had a brother. Yeah, Ramon Martinez.
I don't remember.
They both had curls. You right, Leon Robinson. I knew what I was talking about. Ramon Martinez and Pedro Martinez.
Well, motherfucker, you couldn't remember. All I know is Pedro. I don't remember no Ramon.
Yeah, man, I remember both of them. And they both had Jerry curls.
Ramon must ain't been shit.
Huh?
No, I ain't gonna say that shit. No, he was if you make it to the MLB, you somebody.
Yeah, Ramon.
I know some bad motherfuckers that didn't make it. I mean, that didn't even make it to the pros.
Yeah, that's why I said if you make it to the pros in baseball, you somebody because your ass go to AAA, AA, and they'll drop your ass down to AA quick as a motherfucker.
That farm system is real.
That ain't no joke, dog. That farm system ain't no joke.
They don't play them guys. They'll drop your ass. So if you made it up, if you came up to the big leagues, you somebody shit.
Yeah, Ramon Martinez, man, he didn't last like Pedro Martinez did, but you know, the Martinez brothers.
I just want to Pedro shit. Oh man, Dontrell Willis is my guy too, Jay Dixon.
Hey man, Dontrell Willis, man, he was that dude for a minute. Everybody was rapping about him too.
Yeah, they turned that nigga into a hitter, but that nigga was cold for Florida. Head cocked to the side and shit. Dusty ass head on his head. I would be mad at him. I'm like, man, why don't you just put a new head on your head?
Who would y'all rather have? Who would y'all rather have on y'all baseball team, Deion or Bo?
Deion or Bo Jackson? Damn. But see, that's a hard one because I feel that if Deion Sanders, right, had just focused on baseball all the way, that motherfucker was a monster. But then Bo Jackson, though. But Bo Jackson, though.
If Bo would have never got hurt, dog.
Yeah, Bo knows, man. I'm taking Bo. I like Deion, though.
Bo gonna outrun you, and he out hitting everybody. I think Bo would have a home run record right now.
Yeah, he probably would, dog. Bo Jackson, man. They was both tough. That's a tough one, though, dog, because, you know, prime time, my favorite athlete of all time. Can't nobody touch him to me. So I can't. I'm going to go ahead and pass on that one, dog. I'm biased.
He said that's one I can't answer.
Hey, y'all remember that cartoon that used to come on Saturday morning and had Bo Jackson, Wayne Gretzky?
Yeah.
Remember that cartoon? What was it
Michael Jackson? I mean Michael Jordan. Yeah.
Michael Jordan. Yeah.
Cartoon. I remember it.
All the big time.
It used to come out. Hey, hold on. It used to come on right after MC Hammer cartoon with the.
Yep. You remember that? Hey, motherfucker, wake up, dog. Wake up early in the morning. Every second, cold in my eyes. Turn them cartoons
Wake
on.
it up. You got that right.
I was straight
on a bowl of cereal.
Yep, I had a picture. I had a picture with Bret Hart, right? I was gonna have a picture with Ryan Gretzky, bro. I would have had a picture with both of them at the same time, bro. But I was late, bro, and that shit would have been legendary. But I had a picture with Bret Hart at the hockey. Man, I'm sorry, man. Y'all don't understand, bro. As a kid, we used to be in every fucking thing, bro. Every fucking stadium in St. Louis, bro. We was in that shit. We sneaking in shit. We getting free tickets, man. We was in every, man. That shit used to be like St. Louis used to be jumping, bro. This motherfucker so dead now, bro. But back then, when we was growing up, man, we used to be in every fucking thing, dog. From baseball to hockey to football. It's like you say, keep they shut down. I told nigga, we barely got motherfucking I don't even think there's no rec centers for real here, bro. Like they shut down everything. They took everything away from this motherfucker, bro. Everything.
But shit, it ain't just like that there. It's going on everywhere, bro.
Nah, I know. I know they're doing in the earth.
The only thing.
And the Bluff, that shit, they shut down everything. Ain't shit out there in Arkansas now. They shut down everything. They starting to build back up because they got a casino and shit now. And it's like that.
But these motherfuckers trying to build $1 billion soccer stadium here, right? $1 billion soccer stadium. It's gonna be almost 900 something million. But you motherfuckers went up 400 million to build the fucking help build that motherfucking stadium for the rounds when I can't even get the motherfucker on the name of the rounds. Now when he actually asked for 400 million, he was gonna put the rest on a $1.5 billion stadium. He asked St. Louis for 400 million, and they said no. Think he could have put money into the motherfucking Edward. That man not putting no money into the Edward Jones. I didn't blame him when he left, bro. And they try to that's why I hate this little fucking city, because they try to crucify that man, bro. That man gave us all the opportunities in the world. He had the blueprint of the motherfucking stadium, all glass, everything, bro. Gave us all the opportunity before he went to LA. And they try to just fuck him over like he just took the team and left. This cheap ass, well, I ain't gonna even say cheap ass city, but this racist ass city, they ain't want shit here for. They ain't want shit here for the motherfucking, for the black kids to, like you say, keep to identify with. They made sure they got it out. And then, bro, man, it's crazy, man.
Ryan Clark. Oh my God. Ryan Clark. Man, he said Arkansas and Dayton, Ohio has some of the prettiest red balls I ever. Man, you ain't said nothing, dog. Man, don't let me get to talking about that. Man, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. The big unit, Randy Johnson. Yeah, the big unit, Randy Johnson. Hey, that motherfucker, dog. October.
Him and Riley Clemens together, that shit was nasty.
Man. Bro, I started fucking with the big unit when he was with Seattle, dog, with Ken Griffey. Man. He said can't fuck with the NO. Nah, man. I'm telling you, hey, coach. I know, man, in the bluff, in Little Rock, man. I done seen some of the man. Come on now. But yeah, the NO got him. The NO got him. I'm gonna tell you. What you say?
I say I was born in Texarkana and I got family in Little Rock. I know about all of it.
Man, bro. And then when homecoming come around, man, let me stop.
Arkadelphia, all that around.
Yep. Ryan Clark said the NO red bones tough too. Like I said, I'm sure going to the NO. Sure going to the NO. Yeah, man. Big unit was dog. Big unit when he went to Arizona though, man. That motherfucking Randy Johnson. And how many no hitters he threw some no hitters.
Yeah, he did.
Man, Randy Johnson was
a game. Not just a no hitter. I think he threw a perfect game.
Has there ever been a pitching lineup like the Atlanta Braves had though?
No.
You had John Smokes, Tommy Glavine.
The Yankees and the Astros are the closest they ever come to it, but you'll never get that lineup again.
You'll never get no lineup like the Braves had, dog. Man, come on. And it's crazy that they didn't win more World Series. It's crazy that they didn't win. They only won one.
Hold on, but went like 5 years straight.
Well, we went 5 years straight. Yeah, we went. Damn, how many years did we go? Because we was in that thing down there every year.
Yeah.
And every year they left me crying as a kid. Now, I used to be like, don't talk to me. I used to be crying like, God damn. When we finally won that thing, and what was it, 96 when we won it? 96. That was Andrew Jones' rookie year. When we finally won it, dog, man, that was the best feeling in the world.
Nigga went to school. Matter of fact, I had an Andrew Jones baseball jersey.
I did too.
My mama found me one at Foot Locker, the solid black one.
Hey, I grew up. See,
you remember that line of blackout jerseys that came out?
The what?
The blackout jerseys that came out for
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I had the Andrew Jones blackout jersey.
Hell yeah, I remember the blackout jersey. Dog. Hell yeah.
They need to bring them shits back. I damn sure go cop me a couple.
Them jerseys hard. Hey, so growing up, see, I always was a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, Atlanta Braves. I was with the Bulls before I was with the Lakers. I ain't gonna lie. And then college basketball, you couldn't tell me shit about my Arkansas Razorbacks. Razorbacks all the way.
Hey, my homeboy used to be y'all running back.
Who?
I'm gonna let you take a guess. Matter of fact, I got a song with the nigga too when I was rapping.
Round what year though?
Shit. What you think it was there in 01?
For who? What's that on?
For Arkansas Razorback.
Felix Jones?
No, this is way before Felix.
No, he talking about before Felix Jones.
My nigga, he ain't there no more because of a bar fight, but he was a star running back.
What was it, Tellers?
Fred motherfucking Talley.
Oh, Fred Taylor?
That's for real? No, Fred Talley.
Fred Talley, he said. Fred Talley, that's your partner?
That's my motherfucking nigga. We done beat up niggas together. That's my nigga.
Yeah. Hey, that nigga, you went way back.
That's my nigga, dog.
All right, Valentine. Oh man, and salute to my man Matthew Valentine off in that super chat, always showing love and support. Man, we didn't talk to boxing, man. We just up in here chopping it, really. We up in here chopping it about some of, shit, the Braves back in the day, baseball, football, we just chopping it up, dog.
I'm a diehard Longhorn fan, though. I'm sorry.
You a who?
Nigga, my Longhorn fan. Nigga, my face mask is UT.
Dog, you can't tell me back in the day that the Arkansas Razorbacks basketball, though, dog. I'm talking about basketball. Man.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. When it comes to college basketball, I'm Duke all day.
Hey, we was running shit for a minute. The Razorbacks, dog, man, I'm talking about when we had some ballers, dog. We had some ballers.
My cousin was just y'all receiver, but he just left and went to SMU because I forgot why he left. But he left y'all and went to SMU, committed to SMU.
And that's crazy because I was telling Key this shit. The cornerback coach for Marshall straight love Earl Spence, bro. His ass be hitting me up straight out of nowhere. I'm looking. I'm like, this nigga ain't no Marshall corner. I went back and hit that nigga thing. That nigga straight out there coaching like a motherfucker. I'm seeing him over there and shit. I'm like, that's crazy, bro. You never know who be watching around this motherfucker. That nigga, I be a big time Earl Spence fan and shit. Well, yeah, Earl go whoop all the ass. Don't worry. Like, fuck no.
Hey, Sir Ed
Black too, hella cool.
Sir Edbo say 94-95 team was nasty, Arkansas Razorback. But we
not gonna lie to you.
We was nasty. Bullshit. We was nasty from like we was nasty from like the early 90s all the way through to about like 97, but 94-90 when we won that championship, dog, you couldn't tell me shit.
Nigga, when y'all running a wishbone when y'all won that championship?
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about the NCAA, the basketball. I'm talking about basketball.
I know y'all was a motherfucking beast when y'all was running that wishbone in football.
Oh, you talking about football when we had all the running backs.
Nigga.
When we had all the running backs.
Hey, Arkansas was running through every motherfucking body. No, not when y'all had Felix Jones and when y'all was doing all that option and that whatever that shit was. I can't remember that shit. Nigga, I'm talking about that straight wishbone offense. Nigga, run, play action to the tight end. Y'all had that shit y'all was doing it because I think we played y'all one year and y'all beat us and I was pissed the fuck off. No, it wasn't us y'all beat. It wasn't us. Y'all beat LSU.
I'm trying to think. Do I remember? Because man, it's been so.
This was in the 90s, bro.
I can't remember. I had to go back. See, because back then I was a Razorback football fan, but see, I was more of Razorback basketball. Like the basketball, that was everything to me. Razorback basketball, man. Bro.
Back in the 90s, it was boxing, football, and baseball. I watched basketball, but I didn't get into basketball until I got into high school. So that was like late 90s and early 2000s. I played, but I was really in the college football. I still love college football.
I'm telling you, Mac, when you talk about the Razorback, it was the basketball, dog. We had some hitters, dog, in basketball. I'm talking about we started with Oliver Miller and Todd Day, and we just went on from there. We was bringing basketball was where it was at. We had like the best players coming out of Arkansas Razorbacks when we had Nolan Richardson in the early mid 90s. You know what I'm saying? Man, I miss them days, dog. I miss them days. McFadden, Felix Jones was tough. Yeah, they was tough. I always liked Felix Jones better than I did McFadden. He was faster. And
Darren McFadden just got his real fucked up. I'm gonna tell y'all the problem with Darren McFadden. Al Davis got a hold to him. That's what happened to Darren McFadden. Al Davis was a motherfucker, but all he did was draft speed. He didn't know how to draft no offensive lineman. If he'd have got a fucking offensive line, man, Darren McFadden would have been just fine. He'd have been a monster.
But Felix Jones, dog, that motherfucker. Felix Jones, his problem, he was injured all the time. But hey, he'll break loose on your ass and you not get nowhere near him. Felix Jones with that breakout, that running back there, give you 50, 60 out of nowhere. Man, I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up, man. Hey, man, you welcome on anytime, Matt. You already know.
Shit, I always got time. Shit, I'm back doing my shit again. You know, I get off regular time again. I don't work that night bullshit no more.
Right. When you going on? Let everybody know when you're gonna be on live next, and let everybody know where to find you at, Mac.
I'll be back on Sunday. Shit, I got an interview with Coach Marco on Sunday. So I'll be back on Sunday. Y'all make sure y'all come through, fuck with me this Sunday, man. I'll probably have another one Monday, another interview Monday. I got a lot of good interviews coming up. So, you know, I got fighters off of Team USA, and I got some interviews with Big Baby Anderson coming up, Keyshawn Davis, Jenny Fitch out of Team USA, Jerry Hurd, and some more. So y'all just stay tuned. Y'all come subscribe. Stay Ready Boxing TV, man. And check out the podcast with Ringside View.
Hell yeah. Everybody, you heard him. Go subscribe to Stay Ready Boxing TV on YouTube. Stay Ready Boxing TV. Hey, he just told y'all a whole lineup of fire interviews he got coming. Go show support and you know, subscribe to my man. Real talk. Hey, let me read this comment real quick. My man J.A. Dixon say, who was more explosive than Percy Harvin? Percy Harvin was a motherfucker, dog.
Percy Harvin, wait. Who was more explosive? Now, this is me. I'm a Tennessee Titan fan, but my very first football team and still my second love is the Chicago Bears. Wasn't nobody more explosive than Devin Hester. Nobody.
But see,
even in college when he was in Miami.
Percy Harvin was that motherfucker was a nasty receiver too.
Hey man, you took it out of my mouth. Let me tell you about Percy Harvin. If that nigga would never had them motherfucking headaches, dog. If it weren't for Percy Harvin headaches, that nigga, you talking about punt return, kick return, receiver, backfield. I don't know a better all-around player that I've seen with my own eyes, bro. With my own eyes. Take my Austin was in college. But I'm talking about in the NFL, bro. Percy Harvin was that. I'm talking about every time he's on the field, nigga. Even when he get fucked up, this nigga is making plays after plays after play. Nigga, Percy was that guy, bro. He was like, I don't think it was like just to me, bro. Overall, I'm talking about he'll go to that position and he can play that position like 100, like Percy, dog. If it weren't for them migraines and that headache shit that he was going through, man, that nigga would be a Hall of Famer, hands down, like.
And he would go across the middle and snatch that bitch and wide receiver.
That nigga can do it all, bro. I'm telling you.
I agree with you, but you know the problem with Devin Hester, because he was a receiver too, receiver and cornerback. He just couldn't learn the route tree. If that motherfucker could have learned that goddamn route tree, that motherfucker would have been a monster.
Yeah,
Instead of just flying down the
Percy
field.
Harvin was though. Percy Harvin, that motherfucker was unstuck. Remember when him and Brett Favre hooked up? Man, he couldn't stay healthy, but man, you couldn't stop him. You couldn't stop Percy Harvin.
With the Vikings, bro, with the Vikings, Percy was a motherfucker. That nigga was nasty, bro. Him and Adrian Peterson, man, Percy was. Hey, go look at the nigga Florida highlights. Like, I'm big. Like, Percy was my guy, bro. That was my guy.
I used to pick Minnesota. That year, I used to pick Minnesota and Madden and kill everybody. Man, you wasn't fucking with me.
As long as Devin Hester was on the man, I ain't gonna lie to you, no bullshit. Y'all gonna laugh at me. But I used to play with the Chicago Bears on Madden. And Cedric Benson was my tailback and couldn't nobody stop me with that nigga.
Cedric Benson.
Hey, bullshit you not. Niggas used to get mad because I had 3 motherfucking pass plays I ran and I run the ball and you was not fit to stop me. You was not. All I need every time if I get 3 yards, nigga, what you gonna do?
Hey, dog, that's how I hate that shit. That shit used to make me so mad, man. I used to play my partner for money, man. My best partner, man. We used to play for money, right? He just talks shit. We had a headset on. He talks shit. So we playing for money, and he would pick Green Bay. In Green Bay at the time, I forgot who it was, but they had a fullback that you could not stop from getting 3-4 yards. And he just do that shit the whole game. Man, I got so pissed one night, dog. I rode over to his house and I said, man, come outside. You got to catch this fish. I was so mad I couldn't take it, dog.
But see,
3 yards, three yards me to death. I couldn't stand that shit.
Football is a game of yards. It's a game of inches of yards. I ain't got time to do all these big plays. But the fucked up thing about it, the fucked up, I would too. And then the fucked up thing about it, bro, is as soon as y'all start playing for the run, I got Devin Hester out there on the street. Go. But it used to be this little fake, it's this option street where he'll cut outside like you finna go on a drag and shoot straight up the field, and he wide open every time. And all you got back there is a safety because your cornerback done stayed in anticipating the run. It was a play action. And I'd kill you every time if I wanted to go do it.
You one of them niggas that'll get a motherfucker real mad and make him break the system and shit.
I am.
Because Madden, dog, I don't think there's no game on earth that gets you madder than what Madden do.
2K, fuck that. 2K is like
playing
that with
2K.
Me.
That shit, man, I stopped playing 2K.
I played this nigga Keon and Madden. Here this nigga go. Now, look at this. How the hell is Jalen Ramsey on him? And he go all the way over and he just stopped right there and he jumped 135 feet in the air and get the interception. Now, if that ain't no bullshit, I don't know what. I'll be laughing like a motherfucker.
That nigga Money, man, he used to be doing some shit with Jalen Ramsey, dog. Man. This nigga be covering 3 people at the same time and go from one across one side of the field to the other and pick you off. Ain't no way. Rocky Ishmael was my dude, Randall Bivens, but man, he couldn't stay healthy.
Was a monster, but that nigga just turned into a lean head. He couldn't do shit.
Rocky Ishmael?
Not to my Jamarcus Russell. He turned into a lean head. That nigga was a
arm on him.
Man, that nigga throw the ball 80 yards. I never seen a quarterback throw the ball 80, bro. Literally 80 yards. That nigga threw the ball 80 yards.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen the ball 80 yards, nigga.
And he had his arm was retarded.
That nigga had a cannon, dog. They got him hooked on that shit. They got that nigga hooked on that shit.
Man, but money, man, give me your last words, man. Get up out of here.
Shouts out to the chat. Appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Nice topics today. You feel me? Matt came through, switched the trajectory of this shit, and it was still fire. You dig what I mean? Y'all follow me on YouTube, Monty Brown TV. Follow me on Instagram at Monty_the writer. We're gonna be streaming all the fights this Saturday. You feel me? Continue to support my bro Key. Send a super chat, hit that like button on the way out the door, show love, and we will be back with another one, man. Shouts out to Coach. I see you down there, Coach, and you know how we get down, man. Big dog status.
Yes, sir. And appreciate everybody that stepped in the building, everybody that showed love and support. You all already know we'll be same place, same time tomorrow. Come in here, fuck with us, hit that like button before you leave the building, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.
In no department, speed, power, chance, heart, none.
All right.
facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Talking big facts, I ain't tell no lies. Trio talk like fight fan. Slap a troll with my right hand. Hit the like button, watch the replay. Want all the smoke like EJ. Fuck a troll what he say. I bomb a nigga like Wilder, boy. Spray the thing, make shower, boy. Tyson Fury, you a coward, boy. Box a nigga like ego. Make you bow your head, take one knee like Kell Brook and Tim Tebow. Since the time that Lester been black and eyes like Debo.
Like Debo?
And I'm a breadwinner like Kevin Gates. Smoke strong, make you levitate. On my evil spins, might meditate. Gon' watch me, you gon' steady hate. But I pimp the game like 7-8.
7-8.
And I'm a big stepper like Money Brown. I don't mess around, I don't fuck around. But I fuck around, not wear my crown.
Fuck around, not wear my crown.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts, cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again.
Spitting big facts and I'm cooking again.
There he go talking that boxing again. Trio talk like fight fan. There he go talking that boxing again. This trio talk like fight fan. There he go talking that boxing again. Trio talk like fight